Ba-dum, 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 bum, bum. Meet the Feebles. Meet the... Okay.
Can we redo that?
Yeah.
Can we restart?
You know what? No, I'm leaving it.
No, I'm gonna leave it in there.
I mean, I'm watching the movie right now. If you want me to put it in the background.
No. I you know, first of all, I am gray. And I'm joined by silence. This is wonderful.
Hey, I'm Gorelee Girl.
I'm Wolfman.
I was actually hoping Wolfman would jump in so I can do a special
I know, I did it on
announce.
purpose.
Yeah, so I
was doing it on purpose just to fuck with you because
because I want to be like, and guess what?
Awkward
For the
silence.
fucking 10th episode, we have somebody in this actual episode that isn't a dude, or it's not just me and Wolfman, but he literally sucks the energy out of everything.
He's the fun police.
Anyway, we are joined
no fun
by the captain of charisma. I don't know if I like that name. No, I take that back. Gorelee Girl from the Gore's Pick of the Week, Gore's Kill of the Week, Gore's Gallows, and the very popular makeup videos on Facebook. Like, way more popular than I thought they would ever be.
Oh, gee, thanks.
No, not because of you.
I know.
I would have never expected so many people. You know why, though? Because I've grown up seeing you do makeup effects, and I've seen you like at the haunt do people's makeup in like 10-12 minutes, like in a row, so I never thought it was like a big deal. And then I guess, you know, a lot of people don't see that side of things. So
Yeah, well, it's so weird because like when you're used to doing it, to you it's not a big deal, but then like people that aren't used to seeing it, like, oh my god, that looks amazing. I'm like, dude, that literally took me like 10 minutes.
yeah.
And when you have to practice over and over and over, because, you know, working in the haunt industry, you have showtime at like 6:30 and people are coming at 5 o'clock. So I got to get like 30 actors done before, you know, we get out to the town to get ready to scare. So I'm like, all right, let's get this going. We got to go. Who's next? So, and when you practice doing those makeups so much,
You get really
it just yeah. But like watching you do the time lapse on it, I'm like, holy crap, that's so much faster now. It's crazy.
Well,
So it's like 10 minutes
time-lapse.
to 2 minutes. Yeah. But it's funny watching me do it so fast because I thought I was doing it fast before.
Yeah, and well, it's not, I don't want to sham the actors. The actors who went in there and they're seasoned, they're usually good and they can do it on their own. They bring volunteers, and these volunteers literally, they've never done it. They don't know anything about makeup. So like there's a line and they would all sit on like a chair or a cooler, and you know, Gore would just sit there, a little bit of blood here, a little bit of black, a little bit of white, next.
Yeah,
and,
next.
Yeah, and they all thought it was great. So she's here, and the reason she's here is because she's my sister, and Wolfman is like a second removed cousin. So we're family, and it only felt right that for us getting into the double digits, finally, episode 10, that we were going to pick a movie that meant a little more to us. Not necessarily like, you know, when we get to episode 25 or 50, when we do like a real popular movie, because it's not popular. It fucking tanked. But we were kids when we saw it, and it has a special place in our heart. One of Peter Jackson's earliest films, Meet the Feebles.
His second film, according to IMDb.
What came before that?
Bad Taste.
Okay, so Bad Taste was before. And see, Bad Taste, I think, looks a little better on film. I don't know if they had a higher budget, so I just thought Meet the Feebles was first. But
it just, when it released 2 years later, doesn't mean it wasn't filmed beforehand. You don't know. Maybe it's that. Who knows?
Yeah, it could have got held up.
According to, yeah. We'll get on that in a little bit.
Yeah.
It looks different because it's puppets.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But yeah, we will be getting to that shortly. First, we do have to cover
what's going on
Hi,
in GrindHaus
Jackson.
this week. Yes, Jackson is the fourth in this video, apparently.
And he doesn't seem to like the movie.
Audio.
Yeah.
Nope.
First and foremost, we have an awesome contest going on right now, being sponsored by Fright Rags. If you're not familiar with Fright Rags, they're an awesome t-shirt company. Not t-shirt, apparel. They do.
Yeah, they're an apparel company now. They started as a t-shirt company, but now they do a lot of stuff.
Okay, cool. And I know it's mostly horror based, but then I also saw like some sci-fi and some like 80s
Yeah,
nostalgia.
they started to branch out a little more. Yeah, it's now become like horror, sci-fi, and 80s kind of. Yeah.
But they have so many cool, obscure shirts. I'm a huge fan, and they reached out to us during all this, and they wanted to donate some items for a giveaway. And we already had a giveaway that I was going on with my Exorcist shirt that I had, and I was like, you know what? We're just gonna do like a big old bin collection. So you get 3 T-shirts. One of them is the clown from the American Horror Story. What was his name? Smiley?
Twisty.
Twisty. So
Twisty the clown.
you get a Twisty T-shirt and a Twisty pin. Okay, you get a awesome Garbage Pail Kids shirt. Based on Maximum Overdrive. I wish that shirt was my size, but it's not. You have the Exorcist shirt. You have the complete 1 through 5 Saw DVD collection. You get a skull, not a real one. Don't worry, we can't be sending that out in the mail. And a gold Jason Voorhees Friday the 13th mask, as well as some Serial Killers Academy stickers. If you want to be entered in this contest, it's very easy. Go to our Facebook, and there's a post right there. You got to like the post, you got to share it, you got to follow us, and screenshot that, send it to us, let us know you did it, and you're entered. For a second entry, you can also go to YouTube and subscribe to the channel, and there's your second entry. And then, no matter what tier you sign up for on Patreon, you're going to have 5 entries. So you could be entered in this contest up to 7 times. And it's a pretty good value, I think. Definitely over, $50 worth of stuff, if not more. And we're probably going to be doing a lot more contests and giveaways here in the near future. But other than that giveaway, there's quite a few other things that we do want to reach upon. Patreon is picking up again. I have to thank our backers, Tanya and Gabriel. Very cool. Keep in contact with them regularly. Awesome to have someone support us, like our stuff enough that they're like, you know what? Here's a couple bucks a month. I really enjoy what you're doing. So definitely thank you guys. And then we also have a merch store available. I know it seems kind of late since we've been doing this now for, almost 3 months. But if you go to teespring.com, that's teespring.com/GrindHaus on 42nd Street, you will see our store. As of right now, we just have a basic GrindHaus on 42nd Street logo t-shirt available, but we are literally coming up with ideas every day, and we should have at least an option of 6 or 7 different, shirts and hoodies. They even have like socks and like purses. They have all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I saw they have like a handbag. I mean, I can't wear a handbag. I think I'd,
yeah, we could do a swag bag for that.
Yeah, see, that'd be
GrindHaus swag bag. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about the merch.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually a good idea. Like, if we do a giveaway and we have that bag, we can put some stuff in the bag as like the bag of goodies. And it's logoed, so as well as like coffee mugs and pretty much anything you can put a logo on. We can have it printed and sent out to you.
Coffee GrindHaus on 42nd Street. Oh my God, I love it.
I never thought of it until recently when I was looking at I tried searching up GrindHaus theaters in New York because there's not that many left anymore. And everything that popped up was like Coffee GrindHaus. Like
that's awesome.
It's weird because when you think GrindHaus, you think like dark and like smutty theaters. You don't think of like, 100% Colombian Arabica beans or whatever they are.
Erotica.
Not erotica. I don't know. It's aroma.
But that would be funny though for GrindHaus.
That would make more sense.
See?
Erotica beans.
with like little Keurig cups.
Yeah. I wonder if we can get a hold of Jelly Belly to make us like GrindHaus erotica beans, and they all taste like disgusting flavors.
That would be pretty awesome.
We could dream.
Right.
So we have the YouTube channel. Obviously, you can find us on Spotify, Anchor, Apple and Google Podcasts, Podbean. But we're actually in the process of eliminating all some of the streams that we're on for audio. As of right now, we're on like 9 different channels, and it just seems like not a waste, but like how many people go and listen to 9 different audio streaming services? Like, how many people listen to more than one audio streaming service? Like, Gore, what do you listen to? Spotify or Apple Podcast or
So
Apple?
honestly, I was just listening to like Pandora for music because I'm not very techie or appy or whatever you want to say,
Yeah.
however you say it. But so I didn't know about Spotify really until we started doing the podcast stuff. So now I'm just listening to our Spotify and then Pandora for music because I'm still new to it. Like,
Yeah.
it's just the whole stream thing is very new, and including recording and even videos, like the short videos I take for the
Mhm.
makeup. I didn't know how to do it. I'm not the type of person to sit on a computer very long, so my ADHD is extreme, and I'm always getting my hands dirty, so I don't really think about like what's on the background or.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is new. So GrindHaus on 42nd Street and working with Wolfman and Gray are definitely opening me up to like all these new things that are out here. And I never would have thought that I would be hearing myself on our like our own stations.
Yeah.
So it's pretty incredible how we can how we're socializing, and we're still practicing our social distancing because we're all hours away, but we're still communicating like every single day.
Yeah. It's weird because Wolfman is like the midway point between me and Gore. If you guys didn't know, at one point, I lived in Delaware near Ocean City, Maryland for like 16, 17 years. And I moved up to the Poconos a couple years back where, my sister stayed down there. So although I'm 2 hours from Wolfman and Gore is 2 hours from Wolfman,
Yeah, it's pretty funny how that worked out.
yeah, we're 4 hours between you and I, and it sucks because we don't get to see each other as much, and it would be so much easier for us to just show up once a week, a nice little gathering, and be able to show each other stuff. But recently we did a 3-way video, and that actually worked out pretty well too.
Yeah,
So,
that was fun.
yeah.
And again, that's new for me too, because I don't know how to do any of these things. Usually if it's not through a text message or a phone call, I'm not really on my phone. So like I said, this is all new to me, but I'm enjoying it, and talking, and it really helps keep me in check too with my like deadlines of things. Like Wolfman and Gray are on me with, hey, did you do this? Hey, did you do that? And it's nice to give you guys what you want for that too, because we have so many people that are asking or commenting about the things that we're doing, and it's helping me learn more about just this way of networking. And I have a 14-year-old, and my boyfriend, he's in IT, so it's interesting having them show me things that I didn't know anything about before. I mean, damn, I had the microphone in the headset jack earlier, and Justin was like, what the hell are you doing? No wonder why they can't hear you.
We did hear part of it when he was like, did you have it in the right one? You're like, yeah, I did. No.
No. I mean,
But it's okay. And like I said, like I'm super proud of my sister because like she's never really been into like the whole tech thing. Like, yeah, she had a Facebook and stuff, but she does roller
honestly,
derby. She does the haunting.
Yeah, that was the only reason why I had a Facebook for the longest time, was just like roller derby, haunt industry, and connection with family.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I thank God, because if you look at like what we're doing, or like GrindHaus Radio, there's tons of bands out there who like 15, 20 years ago, because I played in bands back then, it was impossible to get your stuff played.
Yeah.
And now there's so many avenues. Anyone can listen anywhere in the world. Like we live in a decent time.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that. And it's been fun having them come back and hit us up in comments with pictures from rock shows and stuff. Like, man, that brought me back way back when I was posting that stuff yesterday and just going back and looking at our comments and remembering those days that we were there on a Saturday night trying to get off work early.
Yeah.
Or get out of somewhere fast so that way we can get there to Ocean City and take the bus down there.
Yeah. Take the bus. You get a ticket. It was $1 and it was good for like 24 hours. And you just rode the bus. Not old enough to drink, barely old enough to drive. But yeah, we always managed to have a good time down there. And it's
this 9 channels of these 9 channels for GrindHaus is definitely new to me because I've only got like 2. And I don't use a Twitter or an Instagram, so I'm still learning all of that stuff too.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. If you don't have to learn about it, don't learn.
Yeah. Thanks, Wolfman.
I don't
too much.
I think
Wait, but I just did learn how to do Discord, so
yes. That is actually what we were recording on tonight is Discord, and we had it set up with her actually relatively quick. I thought it would have been more of a hassle.
That's the IT in the family that's doing that for me.
It ran in there.
He's been trying to get me to do this stuff. So I know me being on the phone or like, recording with you guys, he's like, I told you should be doing this before. We should get you on Twitch, So, and then I got on Twitch for Wolfman again to, get on that with that and communicate and talk to fans that way. So I don't know if that counts as one of the 9 platforms, but that's another way that you can get on there. See, platforms. That's another word I just learned how to use.
Sort of counts. It's not GrindHaus. It's Silver Bullet streaming brand, but it's still me.
Yeah,
but that is
we're just cross promoting each other and getting our names out there.
Well, I've been slacking lately. I've been all like Facebook streaming with the GrindHaus, and I've been neglecting my own separate branding. So we'll see what goes with that. I might just stay on the GrindHaus and stream there, and just make Silver Bullet streaming YouTube stuff like videos of the gaming. I don't know. We'll see. See what happens.
We'll see.
And it makes sense. Didn't you recently start playing a new game, Wolfman, or start streaming a new game?
Well, yeah, I started playing a new game, but streaming it also. Yeah, Predator Hunting Grounds came out on Friday. It is PS4 and Epic Games launcher on PC exclusive right now. I don't know if it's coming to any other PC launcher services or if it's coming to an Xbox or anything like that anytime soon, if at all. So we shall see. It's pretty amazing. It's a 4v1, so 4 people come in as long as you have 4 people. Well, I mean, you can match up with random people in the game. You can go in as as many as your group, as long as it's up to 4.
Okay.
Versus one person plays Predator. You have different classes, different weapons, the usual. So you run around, you have to do different objectives on a map. It looks like there's 3 maps right now.
Okay.
Might be a 4th. I don't know. They all kind of blend together for me. So I played a fucking like 25 hours in like 2 days. So
wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So I played 25 hours of the game roughly since Friday.
That 4v1 format.
Sunday. So I guess it's 3 days. Yeah, I guess it's 3 days now. What's that?
That 4v1 format, like the Friday the 13th game kind of, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Friday the 13th is 8 or 7v1, and then someone can come back as Tommy as an 8th. Well, not an 8th anymore, but
so it's 7, but there's 8 characters altogether that would be involved at one point.
Yes. And then one of the people dies, and that game comes back as Tommy. So I was thinking, it could be 8 kills for the Jason technically, but
I watched one of the live streams and it looks awesome. I'm not gonna lie, because
it's actually made by the same people that made the Friday the 13th game. Half of the people.
Really?
Yeah, that's why it's so similar. Which is funny because I've been talking about with my friends. I actually messaged them on Facebook in a thing about how they should do this game, be Predator, and it should be like Arnold and all them, like versus Predator and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I got shit on in the comments by over 300. By over 300 people saying how bad, like that's a stupid idea, it's terrible, blah blah blah, whatnot. And fuck it, they're doing it now. I should find that goddamn comment,
put
Yep.
it everywhere, make a meme, and be like, see what now, fuckers? And then where's my money?
Dude, I swear to
my
God,
idea.
I swear to God, because you were a backer on the Friday the 13th game. You were involved in the news. You knew a lot about it before it came out.
That's what I mean. I made this comment before Friday the 13th came out, like
Yep.
officially. So I don't know if they were working. They shouldn't have been working on this game yet. So
No, but somebody
yeah, I wonder if
saw
someone
that.
read it. Yeah, I wonder if someone
Yeah.
read it or just had the same idea as me. Like, oh, this person's got a good idea. Maybe we should try to make that.
Or like 299 people attacked you, but one was like secretly in the back, like, you know what?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. You
Or
know?
one sticker in the back was like, if he only knows what we have going on right now, like after this game, gets launched.
You're like a spy. They're
Yeah.
onto you. That's probably why you didn't get like your hardcover game or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
fuck this guy. He knows too much.
Yeah.
So check
Probably.
out the Facebook live streams of the Predator game. It is a brand new game, and he's very like, I have to play a game for a little bit to be okay or decent at it. It seems like Wolfman can pick up a certain type of game and just be good right from the get-go. So definitely fun to
I'm
watch.
like average at everything. That's how I am. Like I'm average at everything. I have my moments of greatness, but I'm average at every game I play.
Well,
You know what I
You
mean?
beat Doom
Where like
pretty
some
quick.
people are with some people, that's what I mean. Like I can pick up a game really quick, but I'm average at like everything. But I have my moments of like awesomeness here and there. You
Like,
know?
yeah, like a nice little roll.
Yeah. Where some people are really awesome at some games, or terrible at others. Like they whatever. I'm just like, jack of all trades. When I get, I can be like pretty good at anything I play, but not like amazing all the time. Where some, you know what I mean? But where someone can go to another game and they'll be terrible at that one, but they're amazing at this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I'm excited. A matter of fact, it's weird. I saw some likes on the video because you were explaining how Facebook now has this video feature that they're trying to mimic, like Twitch, YouTube, or whatever. And there
Yeah,
was people watching that stream like who weren't fans of the page, so they were specifically looking for that gameplay, and they found it with you. I think that's so cool.
Yeah, you can pretty much search for like, Facebook has that little video section. You can just search for stuff and just pick up random stuff. They automatically suggest stuff to you. So if we put money in, that's where the promotion goes to.
Yep.
It goes in that section. Plus, I guess they throw it in people's feeds too. But they also have the live streaming section just for gaming and chatting and other stuff.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, no. I mean, Twitch is still better. Sorry, Facebook. But
no, it is. But they've been doing it longer, and they've been doing it better for longer. So
yeah. We'll see how it turns out.
Yeah. So we mentioned the Patreon, which obviously go to patreon.com/GrindHaus on 42nd Street. You can support us for as little as $3 a month. There will be exclusive content on the Patreon account, including Serial Killers Academy. That is now a Patreon exclusive. So as soon as you sign up, you already are going to have, content waiting for you. Plus, some little tidbits here and there, maybe some behind the scenes stuff. We're working that stuff out. We have Teespring, so you can at least start getting some merch and, supporting your favorite horror-based podcast series, your favorite people here. All of our social media, of course. You got Facebook, you got Twitter, you got Instagram, like all over the place. I did mention earlier that we are trying to get away from some of the audio streaming platforms. We're probably only going to stick with a couple, maybe Apple iTunes and Spotify. And we're going to be focusing a lot on our YouTube, only because it's easier to manage and everybody uses YouTube. So definitely go on our YouTube channel and subscribe. And that may be in the future like our main focus point. We mentioned the contest sponsored by Fright Tees. Definitely check them out. They're awesome.
Fright Tees, Fright Rags.
Fright Rags. God damn it. I was close. Well, it's www.frightrags.com. You know where I got...
Well, it's fright-rags.com.
Yeah.
There's the dash in there.
I was thinking about, do I say the dash or do people just type it in and it goes? Yes, there is a dash between Fright and Rags.
Yeah, you might not always get the right results. We don't want some people run into some stuff.
Imagine the website oh boy. So, other than all the channel news, I think it's finally about time to talk about Meet the Feebles. before we move forward, I will want to take a quick vote. I like the movie. Gore?
I mean, I love the movie.
Well, seems like two really enjoy this movie. Wolfman, what did you think?
Steaming pile of trash.
Shame on you.
Woo, woo, woo. That's the fun police. That's the fun police.
No fun police on this one.
I mean,
think-
it's
I think
definitely
this movie is an acquired taste, and
Yeah.
I have no acquired taste for this movie whatsoever.
There's no nostalgia that ties you to it. But
Yeah, nothing at all.
I just want to take you back in time. Gore, what year was it that you found this DVD?
Oh my god.
Well, first of all, how did you find it? Was it VideoFlix or was it that real awesome movie store that was in the mall, but then FYE bought them out? What, Saturday Night Matinee?
I think it was Saturday Night Matinee, and I just randomly bought it for super cheap, and I was like, Peter Jackson, and I remember watching Bad Taste, and then
Oh,
I got this movie,
yeah.
and the what was it? The cover made it seem really like interesting, and it was super cheap. And I remember you and I watched it, and we're like, dude, this is like Muppets on crack.
Yeah.
Like this is not a Jim Henson
Yeah,
film.
that pretty much sums it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
then,
mean, literally, you have a drug addict puppet just asking
There's
for
just
meth, and he's like,
multiple drug addicts.
Robitussin, give
Oh, yeah.
me Vicks Vapor Rub. Like he's just he's so ready for anything, and we're just watching it. We're like, we don't know what we couldn't turn away because we didn't know what else to expect.
well,
Like
and
everything that we weren't allowed to watch was in this movie.
I want to say maybe like 2002 or 2003. So this is before YouTube, before social
Oh,
media.
yeah.
We had AOL Instant Messenger. So basically, and we were just about then, like we were just starting to like experiment with like smoking pot and drinking a little bit. You know, we were
definitely remember
delinquents.
watching it in our 2-story house.
Uh-huh. And we would
Yep.
invite friends over, and we would like turn the bathtub into a big gravity bong, and then we would just put the meet the Feebles on and like laugh and laugh. Well, I've been clean for almost 7 years now, and I've watched this movie recently, and of course the nostalgia ties me to it a little bit, but I can see how people might not like this movie.
Yeah, there's nothing to gravitate me into this movie. You know, I'm older. I can give two shits about puppet movies.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Like I said, I think
I like cartoons, but,
Yeah.
but I don't know, puppets. I just can't do puppets anymore. It just,
It just has that cover. Like I remember when we were young and Child's Play was a cover that we were like, oh, that's Chucky. I want to grab that movie. And then when I saw this one, I was like, oh, that's an odd,
He has like a big
Or-
hippo or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then when you read the back, it's not really like, it doesn't really give you too much detail on what you're going to go into. And then when you watch it, you're like, oh my God, do I turn this off now? Or, well, I'm already into it, so
Well-
let's just keep going with it.
Yeah, well, the crazy thing about it, it was released in '89-ish, because that's what IMDb says. I don't know. I'm assuming it was filmed in '88,
Okay.
maybe '89, but it wasn't released in the U.S. till '95. So it was a good 6 years before it even reached the U.S.
And by that time,
I was gonna say, I think we found it because we moved to Delaware in 2001. And then
That's
I
what I'm
found it
saying,
in
yeah.
like 2002, 2003.
Yeah.
Because I was a teenager, but we were able to go to like, our parents would drop us off at the mall and we would go to like, the FYE store, or else, let's get a movie on the weekends on Friday nights. And, our parents wouldn't go in the store with us. And at that time, they didn't ID you. So it's not like if you picked a rated R movie,
Yeah.
rated R movie. I don't even think there was a rating on this though.
no, but the thing is, I think at this point, Bad Taste was released already, and Dead Alive, which is brain
Dead Alive.
dead in other countries, that was released, and we.
It wasn't '92.
No, I'm saying after we saw this movie, that was already released.
yeah.
2000,
2001,
2002.
Now we
Yeah,
already
that's
knew
right.
about Dead Alive.
Yes.
We rented the shit out of that movie because the box art was cool, and so we knew about that. And we kind of put two and two together, like, oh, this is Peter Jackson, so this is one of his movies. But
And then the
still,
Lord of the Rings came out.
that yeah, like we would have never guessed, you know, that this was the guy doing it. It's just, oh.
If we went to go see that, we were so messed up. Because I was like, yes, Peter Jackson, Lord of the Rings, this is going to be awesome. And I'm like,
Nobody
This is
did a
not-
single line.
Well, hold on. We'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah,
Jumping
sorry.
ahead. Jumping ahead.
Nobody
Jumping
did.
ahead.
Nobody did a single line in Lord of the Rings, and I was
No.
thoroughly disappointed.
There was
So-
rings, there was no lines.
Yeah, there was
right.
rings.
All right. So now that we got the little intro out of the way, so we went over the years and whatnot.
Hmm.
It actually did get a box office. It got a budget of just under $1 million. It was $750,000 estimated.
Yeah.
I think for the budget, they did pretty good though. I mean, I say it's a steaming pile of shit, but it's because of the type of movie it was, like the Muppets and stuff and whatnot. Like, I'm not one of those people that's nostalgic or likes Dark Crystal or
Or the Labyrinth,
never-
The
Never-
Labyrinth, I was gonna say.
Labyrinth, Never Ending Story, like,
Right.
you know what I mean, like stuff like that. Like this falls into, if you like the twisted kind of fucked up version of those movies even more than they are, you would definitely love this movie.
Well, I was always a fan of the Muppets growing up. Not even like the reboot from the 90s,
Yeah.
but like the original ones. I was a fan, and the original Muppets was a variety show. I mean, yeah, kids could watch it, but it was actually like
Mhm.
more towards adults. But it wasn't
Yeah, they did
raunchy. It wasn't dirty, and I think that was like basically, guys, like, you know what, we should do, like, we have all these puppets and puppeteers and all these costumes.
It's
Let's see
like
what
Jim
we-
Henson.
Yeah.
Pee-wee's
Yeah, that's what I
Playhouse,
said. This is
and
definitely not our Jim Henson
Yeah,
Muppets
it's
Take
like Jim-
Manhattan.
It's like Jim Henson, Pee-wee's Playhouse, and crack fell in a blender, and this came out.
Yeah.
Like,
That's actually like the
It's
most
kinda-
accurate. Maybe a little
Yeah.
LSD too, because there's some moments.
yeah, a little trippy.
Yeah, a little trippy indeed.
Yeah, but
No, go ahead.
we'll say, but just back to the budget wise, like it looks good. You know what I mean? It's not a shittily put together movie. It looks good. The puppets look good.
Yeah, the camera
Like
shots are great.
the effects
Yeah.
look good. The camera shots look good. Like
And I
overall,
think that's on Peter
that's
Jackson.
all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can make nothing something out of nothing. Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of movement in the scenes. Like
Yeah.
it's not like it's just two puppets talking with a green, what do you call those things? A green screen background?
Yeah.
Like they don't have
there was
any of that.
no green
Like-
screen.
there's
Yeah.
no,
Yeah. Like you could just tell every set was specifically designed for what was going on. And, each character has almost their own set
Yeah.
and room
Yeah.
according to them. So that was pretty cool too. And like I
Oh,
said, like there's definitely yeah, go ahead because I lost it. You're gonna go
Well, I
a
was
lot
gonna
with me with
Well, I
spoilers.
was just, well, I was just gonna say, I definitely suggest people rent this or go out and buy it if they think they're going to be interested in it, because that's going to be the best method to watch this movie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they appreciate it in like actual decent quality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is available on YouTube if you just want to see what the hype is about, but definitely go find a hard copy of this
Yeah,
movie.
you can see some trailers and all this other stuff. Yeah,
Yeah. Now Angie
I
had
watched it I watched it again on so
what
it's
was it on?
there. The Tubi.
Oh,
whatever it
okay,
is.
cool. Yeah. Well, I know I'm sorry. I know Gore had a hard copy of this at one point,
Yeah,
and
man, my fucking friend took it.
she used to have a massive DVD and CD
can
collection.
we shame that friend right now? Are we allowed to do that?
Yeah,
Drew.
Oh yeah,
Drew DeSabatino.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
well, I mean, we were
I
just gonna say his
called you
first
out,
name,
buddy.
but
Okay.
well, no,
well,
I'm kidding.
I'm saying it now. Johnny, get up with him. Tell him to give me back my Meet the Feebles DVD.
Seriously.
I think I
Right,
ha-
Johnny,
I
it's
think I
on you
ha-
now, Johnny.
I think I had that on. I think I had it on VHS too at one point.
Just when Johnny goes to grab it, make sure he sweeps the leg. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Sweep the leg,
Sweep the
Johnny.
leg.
Oh man, it's funny though, and Wolfman, you can account to this because you have a massive collection. Did people in your life ever want to borrow specific movies and DVD?
Yeah, all the time. I've definitely had stuff
Yeah.
stolen from me. Yeah.
But anything in specific, like, that's very hard to find. Like, dude, anyone can go and find a copy of Friday the 13th. I would lend out those by the dozen if I had them. But like a specific hard movie to find.
People have always wanted to borrow a certain thing. Actually, Bad Taste was one movie people tried to borrow from me a lot. I wouldn't
Okay.
give. I have a special edition of it,
No
so that
shit.
was one I didn't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's,
for
it's like
the
a hard
record,
case.
I
It's a hard.
think because our friends. Sorry,
Yeah, no, obviously it's just a hard case. That's all. It's
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
think that we would always change out and exchange DVDs because we didn't always have cable and we always had DVD player, and our friends would come over and we would always swap. And to be honest with you, like we would just get in people's cars and take our stuff in and then like car hop and
Yeah.
drive around. So I feel like that's honestly like how it place too, just because we had a massive group of friends that we would all like hang out with. And it
Yeah.
could have just gotten misplaced because I remember him saying something. I'm like, man, we need to take back.
Well,
all
no,
these
I know. Me, the Feebles specifically went to Drew. I know that because we tried for
yeah.
like 6 months to get it back. But yeah,
And he probably let somebody else borrow
Yeah,
it. Because that's what we do.
it
That's what we did.
happens. It's no big
I-
deal.
all right. So actually, I did lose something. It technically wasn't mine.
Oh,
See?
I know what you're gonna say.
Yep. It was the Clerks tape.
Yeah,
The
God. Oh, yeah.
third copy of Clerks ever made. It was given to my friend Damien's family from Kevin Smith.
I think you were talking about this in like episode
Two.
of GrindHaus.
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of that's gone missing that I can remember off the top of my head, but that's like a big one. I mean, it wasn't like an official release. It was still a copy, but it was like the third copy that he ever made. You know what I mean? There was no like packaging of it or whatnot. It was still a nothing released movie. It just got released.
And it didn't have the lettering on the case, like it
Yeah,
wasn't
nothing.
official.
It
in
had
any
a
way.
View Askew sticker of the clown on it. That was it.
Could you imagine what that thing would go for nowadays? I mean,
you'd have to be able to authenticate it, but
yeah, but I think Kevin would be cool with that if he found out someone held on to that for all those years. I think he would, definitely do that.
I don't know. I'd want to beat the shit out of him. I have an idea who it was, but
Are you gonna name drop too? You should.
I can't because it's not
No.
100%.
Plus, we need the element of surprise.
Yeah.
So, obviously, after movies like Meet the Feebles, Bad Taste, and Brain Dead, Dead Alive.
Dead Alive, yeah.
It's got different names.
U.S. name is Dead Alive.
Alive.
Everywhere else is Brain Dead.
Right. After those, Peter Jackson blew the fuck up.
Mhm.
Obviously.
Well, he did Heavenly Creatures, which was
Right.
still not a big thing yet. It was kind of, I guess, but I mean, it wasn't for me or whatever. It wasn't like your typical, but it was kind of a twisted, dark movie.
Right. Yeah.
It just I've seen it, but it's not.
Is that one
And Kate
considered?
Winslet.
Yeah, it had Kate
in it.
Winslet. Actually, there was a review of that done on the channel before all of this got going on, and I watched it since then. And like you said, it's not terrible, but I don't put it in the realm of these movies. Like Brain Dead or Dead Alive, whatever, and Meet the Feebles and Bad Taste, they all have a very specific feel.
Yeah.
And I don't think Peter Jackson's ever returned to that feel.
No, he
No.
hasn't.
And that's a shame because
The closest thing I can say he returned to, and it's still pretty far away, is The Frighteners with Michael J. Fox.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it's kind of goofy a little bit. It's got it's got more special effects of CGI and stuff, but it does have some practical stuff. And it was a dark movie. That when you go over that movie again, I know a lot of people shit on it, but I suggest people, if you didn't like it, say you saw it many, many years ago, watch it again. It's actually a lot better when you rewatch it as you're older.
Okay.
It's a lot more mature movie than I think it was made to be, I guess, and it had an R rating.
Damn, so I am gonna have to rewatch that because I remember I had a movie poster of that from an old video store, and I didn't see it till I was older, and I guess it kind of played up in my mind where it was gonna be this awesome movie because the poster was great, but I was 13 and I wasn't really a huge fan,
Yeah, I don't think you were old enough to enjoy it.
Yeah.
I don't think you're old enough. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to be some fucking amazing masterpiece of a movie when you go back and
No.
rewatch it, but I think you'll appreciate it more.
Yeah, it's not like a giant hunk of shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously everyone knows Lord of the Rings and stuff. If I want to say something about his more recent stuff that I liked, District 9.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that too. That one's really
Well,
good.
he's just a producer. He doesn't have really
Mhm.
anything else to do with that, though.
No, but I think when Peter Jackson like produces, he has more input than a standard Hollywood producer would.
But from what I know, the director of that movie, a lot of it's his final say on it, a lot of stuff. Like, that's his movie.
See,
I actually didn't even know Peter Jackson had anything to do with that movie till we started looking at his thing here. Yeah, like, I've never heard anything about Peter Jackson talking
Oh.
about that movie.
yeah, no, I've
Yeah.
seen his name tied to it a few times.
I was gonna say they probably
think
tagged his name on it. Just
I think they, because it's an indie movie and they tagged his name on it
Mhm.
like they do a Quentin Tarantino.
right.
Quentin Tarantino presents, Eli Roth
Eli
presents,
Roth
and they don't
presents.
have anything to do with anything on it.
Tarantino's done
I
that
think
a
it's one of
lot.
those.
I was surprised he had his name on so much because obviously we all know the Tarantino movies like pretty much in order. But then like
Mhm.
when you go on IMDb, he's all over the fucking place,
Yeah.
dude. When I say Dahmer, Gacy, Ramirez, and Bundy, do you get excited? Well, check out the Serial Killers Academy, only available on the GrindHaus on 42nd Street Patreon. The Serial Killers Academy is now a Patreon exclusive for anyone who subscribes to any tier. Gray and Wolfman pick a serial killer on the spot. They do a little research live and react to it live with their audience, as well as bring up some more infamous killers and cases. For as little as $3 a month, you can check out this awesome content as well as much more. The Serial Killers Academy, an education worth having. Oh, and the
A lot of these
2005.
people, that's why they don't direct as much as they do, because they get their money to being producers.
Yeah, they just put up some money and they get more back,
Mhm.
hopefully. He
Yep.
did the King Kong remake in 2005, and I actually like that movie.
I
know.
like it.
That's the
too,
one with
yeah,
Jack
yeah.
Black in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jack Black
Yeah,
and
that one was a good one.
Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect. It's not, but it's still pretty good. I enjoyed it.
yeah, but
I
there's
thought it was
people out
pretty
there
good.
who are like, "Oh, the original's better." Like the original from like 1930 something with like stop motion like you think that's honestly better than this?
I honestly would like to see Peter Jackson do a King Kong vs. Godzilla movie.
But I was just gonna say that.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
I was just gonna say that.
I think he
'Cause
would do
I'm
it
a
justice. He'd be
Godzilla
pretty
one.
good with it.
Yeah.
Or like a Peter Jackson Guillermo del Toro mashup where Guillermo
that'd be
does
cool.
Godzilla and Peter Jackson does King Kong,
King
and
Kong.
they go at each other in the same movie. I mean, that's like crazy, like, magical mashup, but
Yeah. I just kind of
you
wish
don't
he would.
usually get two directors doing that.
No, I just kind of wish he would kind of go back to doing some more horror based stuff. And I'm not saying like Dead Alive's horror, you know what I mean? It's horror comedy, whatever. But I would like him to see. I'd like to see him go down that path a little more. It seems like a lot of the stuff that he's been doing as of late has been all
Action adventure.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's not bad at it.
He's got nothing. He's got
No.
nothing coming out like anything close to that.
Yeah, it's all streamlined stuff.
He has that travesty of the Lord of the Rings
Mhm.
trilogy and Hobbit garbage, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's got like a Beatles thing going on.
I saw that.
Some other stuff, and a third Tintin
Adventures
film.
of Tintin.
I don't even know what that is. This is untitled third Tintin film.
Yeah, that wasn't.
I don't even know what it is. I mean, obviously, we should be better than this and look at what it
No,
was.
it's like a 100% CGI movie. It looks like a video game cutscene in my opinion, but everyone made a big deal of how great it looked, and it's like the future of cinema. But it just looks like a cutscene in my opinion.
Yeah, I pretty much gave up on Peter Jackson after King Kong.
Yeah, that's fair. I just know he's capable of more.
Well, technically, I gave up on him after Frighteners. I enjoyed King Kong, but Lord of the Rings came before
Yeah.
King Kong,
King
and
Kong,
just yeah.
Um,
I'm sorry, I'm sticking with fucking Randall from Clerks 2. Fucking Lord of the Rings is nothing about a bunch of fucking walking trees, and okay, it's just a
It
bunch of
is.
walking.
It
The,
is.
the only real trilogy is the original Star Wars trilogy, and that's final.
Yeah. How many of them are there out, now though?
There's what,
12.
3 trilogies
12?
now. Yeah.
I don't know because they have the offshoots too.
Well, no, I'm just saying there's technically 3 Star Wars trilogies now. Technically, they made it into one giant saga, but
Okay.
they're mostly garbage.
Yeah, that's fair.
Disney garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Disney.
Well, let's be honest. This newest trilogy is just a remake. It's like a reboot of the first trilogy. They're basically, ripping off everything from 4, 5, and 6 and renaming it 7, 8, 9. And
Yeah.
I haven't
And,
seen the
give,
last
and giving
one,
a character
I
title.
know
Give
exactly.
it a character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
new
A character
names.
title. What's this? A character title.
Yeah.
Yeah. Darth Vader is just going to be turned into Kylo Ren, and
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker is turned into the other Ren girl. Like,
I don't even know. I'm
yeah.
I do.
Even though Luke Skywalker's still in it, you know what I mean? They fucking kill Han Solo. Fuck you, Disney.
Yeah.
And Carrie Fisher dies.
I swear to God, if Jar Jar Binks makes an appearance in these new movies,
The only way Jar Jar is allowed is if he's like the supreme leader at the end of the party, even though it's never happened.
oh,
And
a
it's been a
heel
whole
turn.
ploy the whole time.
He's got to be a
and
heel
he's
turn.
really
Yeah.
and he's really Snoke or the Emperor, and I'd be okay with it.
Oh yeah, I'd be good. I'd be definitely good with that.
I'd be so in. I'd be like, this is amazing.
So
I love Jar Jar now. But anyway, yeah, we totally went off the rails like we usually do,
but it's all.
I love
good.
it.
So
I'm just glad I'm not the only squirrel.
yeah, right. I do want to mention with this movie being mainly puppets and actors and costumes, there's not many notable actors, but there was a few voice actors and obviously puppeteers. One of which, Robert the Hedgehog, Heidi the Hippo, they're voiced by the same person, and his name is Mark Hadlow. He was also in King Kong, the 2005 movie, and he was in all of the Hobbit movies.
Okay, so he's a Peter Jackson
Fan or friend or whatever.
No, a friend, I would say. He just likes to use him in his movies. He must have knew him. Maybe they were friends and threw him his first movie, and he got a career out of it, which good for him.
Yeah, and then
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with helping your friends as long as they do a good job.
exactly. It's not nepotism or anything like that. If you are comfortable with the work that they put out and you constantly go to them, that's why like Martin Scorsese, he loves using De Niro, and he loves, I think, DiCaprio is one of his new ones. But it's because they always turn out, a good performance.
But even Tarantino uses a lot of the same people. But
oh yeah,
they do top notch stellar work though. So
yeah.
Well, I think when you work with those people all the time, you already get a feel of their character too. So it's like they can throw you in anything because you already have a personal, background with each other. So it's easy to give your producer what you want as acting.
Yeah.
When I mean, just piggybacking off of that, when when I was doing haunt industry stuff, knowing somebody personally, I can totally give them a scene and be like, dude, this is the kind of role I want you to do. Do you think you can do this? And they're like, oh yeah, that'd be awesome. Whether then I have to meet somebody for a 3-minute interview and have to get a feel of like person, and then try and think, okay, well, they're kind of timid, shy, they're quiet. What am I gonna do to try and get to know them, and then put them in, and then try other things with them, and then they're being amazing, and then they're coming back 3 years later, and now their character is completely different. Or
it's basically, when you use Friends, the audition process doesn't really have to be that hard because you know what they're gonna do. And there's actually another guy here, Peter Veer Jones, who was also in the Hobbit movie of 2013. So it looks like Peter Jackson's inner circle of voice actors and puppeteers, they've been in quite a few of his works, and that's cool. Rob Zombie is known to do a lot of that, using obviously his wife in every if Rob Zombie did a Pepsi commercial, his wife would be in it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm not talking shit like on her in particular, because there's a couple movies I think she's okay in. I do like her.
She just doesn't need to be in everything. That's all.
No, her baby character, House of a Thousand and Devil's Rejects and Three from Hell. I like that character, but like the Salem movie, what is it? The Salem shit pile? What's that? The Lords of Salem.
Lords of Salem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lords of Salem. Yeah,
that movie's fucking awful, and she's awful in it, and she should feel bad. So shame her.
She's awful in Halloween also.
Oh God.
Especially the second one.
That fucking second. Yeah, I wasn't even gonna say anything about the first. Just that. What?
The second one's even worse.
What is it? So, White Horse Dream?
I don't get it. No one gets it. No one gets it. We'll talk. We'll
get there.
It later.
We'll
theorize it later.
Fucking get
you can't
there.
Hear it in both I'm actually trying to hold my name. Mine already came out a little bit, but Rob is going off the handle right now.
Sorry. I just it really fucking gets to me. Like Michael McDowell saved that movie, but we'll get into that one day, and I will definitely make sure it's some
Malcolm,
kind of.
By the way, you keep calling him Michael.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know who I'm thinking? I'm thinking of the guy. He's like row, row, row your boat. You know that guy?
No.
Michael McDowell. Oh, it's Michael McDonald.
McDonald.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
He's the guy. He sings the same in like every song. 40-year-old virgin. 40-year-old virgin.
Anyway, I have no idea.
I'm sending you a link.
So bringing us back to this. Like, do you want to know something? Yeah, you want to know something really, really funny that used to drive my crazy? So, Bobby, I'm sorry, Gray.
Yeah. I'm not fucking with it right now.
So when we were younger, I'm gonna throw you under a little bit. My brother had a little bit of a speech impediment, and then when I watched this movie, when the hedgehog comes out, he goes, "My name's Wobbot," and I'd always look at my brother, and I'm like, "Say it." He's like, "I'm not gonna say it," and I'm like, "My name's Wobbot."
All right, fans, remember this forever. When you see Gray, make sure you run up to him and ask him to say,
"Are you Wobbot?"
My name is Wobbot.
I might as well.
Don't ask me that.
I might as well just drop the entire. Look. The fourth wall. Listen, no. The fourth wall's coming down. Wolfman. His actual name is Zombie, and his actual name besides that is Cliff, and Gore is Angie. Please don't come find us where we live. We do want a little bit of privacy in our life.
Yeah.
That's it.
No. I'm saying like if they see us at a convention or something. I'm not saying go find you at your house.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like the whole reason a lot of people try to use different names. Just a quick explanation is for anonymity.
I'm on the Facebook. My main thing there. It's not like I can hide that. You're on there too. Like you're on there commenting and sharing. It's not like it's a secret. Like
no, but people who might only listen to this, they're too busy to check out the Facebook. Oh God, if you go to Facebook, I'm all over the fucking place.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you Google my name, I'm all over the place.
You're all over the page more than some other stuff that's all over GrindHaus floors back in the 80s. So I mean,
So I think that's another reason why I love this. I think that's another why I love.
Hold on, Gore.
What?
You're breaking up.
Yeah, say your joke again. Rerun it.
Why? What did I say?
No, it was breaking up. Well, I didn't hear what you were saying.
Oh, I was just saying that I like. That's why I love this movie so much. I think because it hits my thinking about this movie.
It's in the same spot again.
Literally, as soon as you're about to say it, it cut the fuck out again.
Right in the same spot. It hits you in the heart. What?
This movie just hits me in the heart because. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, we're moving on.
All right,
we're moving on.
But wait, Gore, go.
You know what it is? You start talking about a heart, and for some reason the mic keeps cutting out.
Because it knows
so I don't think you're allowed to talk to how you have a heart. So
I guess not. It doesn't allow me to.
Go find your wireless router and sit on it. Just incubate.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Just don't fine. Just don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
don't mention
talk
the
about
word
thing that beats. In my chest. Okay.
All right, so moving on to more stuff before we get into it. So this has some pretty good taglines. I'll give it this.
Yes.
Hell hath no fury like a hippo with a machine gun. That's kind of funny. Sex, drugs, and soft toys.
Yeah, that one gets
Puppet
me.
Puppet Spunk hits the fan.
Ugh.
And this is my favorite. This kind of sums it up. From the creator of Bad Taste comes a movie with no taste at all.
Ah,
Mm,
classy.
yeah, classy.
Would
And then there are, well, okay, go ahead. What were you saying?
would you expect to see this? Because this movie did come out a little later, but if this came out in the heyday of the Grindhouse, would this be there?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Probably because of the puppetness of it.
But not the content, though.
Not the the
Yeah,
content's definitely
I was gonna say
grindhousey.
that.
Yeah.
Content's grindhousey. Yeah, like the puppet thing actually throws it for a major twist and adds the extra weirdness and
It's like Sausage Fest before Sausage Fest.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, so a little trivia. I'm actually just reading these now, so
Okay.
it might take a second. I don't want to, just read it out before I don't want to spoil too much before we go into the breakdown, but
Right.
so the production team could not get a hold of blank rounds for the M60 machine gun used in the film, and therefore the gun was firing live ammunition.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
that's terrifying.
What kind of
Yes.
fucking what kind of carny shit is that?
I don't know, but that's amazing
Gee.
and messed up. Peter Jackson himself appears in the audience wearing one of the alien costumes from Bad Taste.
I knew it.
Nice.
So that does confirm that Bad Taste was made
The
first.
first,
But it's
yeah.
also in the
And
same
this.
universe.
Well,
It has to be.
I don't know if it's supposed to be like a costume because people are dressed up in there, or if it's supposed to be a real character.
Oh.
That's what we don't know though.
Oh, right. Okay. That makes sense.
That but it's a good theory. Could be in
Yeah.
the same universe.
An actual alien shows up
But
to the show.
but see, are there or is this another planet? You know what I mean? And these aliens are visiting from another planet. Because are there real? Because we don't see any real people in the movie.
Yeah, there's no humans in this movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feebles in space.
Well, I mean, it could be another planet, and the Bad Taste aliens
Yeah.
are traveling around.
I've never thought of that because I just automatically think like New York or something. The scenes and the this and that. I never thought of that. Jesus Christ, Wolfman, why do you make me think? God damn it!
If you look closely at the audience of the Feebles Variety Hour, it can be seen that most of the audience members are actually cardboard cutouts, and only a few are puppets or people in costume.
Yeah, but for a budget of $750,000, I don't think they did too bad trying to hide the fact that they didn't have a huge cast.
Yeah, could you imagine like them calling in the cast and be like, "Hey guys, you're all just gonna lay on cardboard today, and we're gonna do outlines of each other just so we can fill up the gaps in like the audience and be like, oh, what are you guys gonna wear? Let's pick out our clothes and then dress up cardboard cutouts of yourself." I think that's kind of cool.
That might actually be a decent workaround. We might have to write that down in case we ever film something and we don't have the extras. Just
What was the wrestling game where they did that? Remember?
Oh,
when they have
yeah.
like the cardboard cutouts of wrestling.
yeah, the old N64 fucking wrestling games. They didn't even move. They just God damn it.
It'd be like on popsicle sticks, like stickly.
Yeah, like stickly. Yup. So what else do we have?
So apparently this had extremely low budget, and with the time-consuming process of working on puppets, the film went over budget and schedule. So the estimated budget we're talking about could be higher, or it was supposed to be way lower. I don't know, but which ties into the film was originally conceived as a part of a television series, but only became a feature after Japanese investors proposed expanding it, and as such, the script was hastily rewritten.
Oh.
Yeah. So Japanese investors got it out.
That would have been an incredible TV series. Even if they only did like 8 episodes and they got canceled or whatever, I think that would play out like the Muppets, obviously.
Well, part as a TV series.
Right.
So it was going to be like, maybe it was good like a variety show, and it was going to be a Meet the Feebles was going to be like a 5-minute skit.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Part as a TV
Wow.
series.
So they stretched the shit
Oh.
out of
Yeah,
that.
yeah. That's why it says the script was hastily rewritten after Japanese investors proposed expanding it. Yeah, that's why I said it's conceived as part. That's the key word, part of a television series,
yeah.
not a television series.
Fuck. So you go from a 5 to
Yeah.
7 minute skit to like a 80, 90-minute
It
movie.
could have been 15 minutes. Who knows?
Yeah,
But
but
yeah,
still,
they stretched it out to an hour and a half.
Damn.
You know?
Good for them.
Yeah. The film was shot on 16 millimeter color film stock.
Yep.
And that has a 4:3 aspect ratio, or 1:33 by 1. So all the VHS and DVD editions that are supposed to be like widescreen are really that pan and scan weirdness. You know how like
Yeah.
sometimes the screen shifts. Yeah, that's I hate those, but yeah, it is what it is. And our last thing on here is it served as inspiration for the Australian children's television series The Ferals in 1994. According to
Jesus.
one of the creators, Wendy Gray, Peter Dasent, who composed the film, also provided the score for the series.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they made a kids. Wait, hold on. Back it up a
It's
second.
inspiration.
Yeah. No. They didn't make
What
a
was
kids.
so inspirational?
Well, the idea of a variety
variety.
show with those puppets that aren't Henson, you know what I mean?
But
Like,
obviously they didn't. If it's a kids show, they were
Yeah.
like, "Dude, we have to have the meth.
Right.
We have to have
I
the
was gonna
sex."
say.
Yeah, no, they got rid of all that.
yeah.
Hopefully.
Well, but we should mention two big things before we cut real quick. We should have mentioned this way earlier. Peter Jackson's hugely New Zealand movies. All these movies are filmed in New Zealand.
New
and
Zealand. Yeah.
shot. And the other thing is, I forgot.
Well, even the Lord of the
Pulled
Rings
any
movie,
inch.
like not even his
Yeah.
original, like all of his movies from even more recent times, they're all shot in New Zealand too. King Kong.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, New Zealand's a beautiful country, obviously.
It is. Yeah.
Incredible. So
That it is.
if you remember that last
Oh,
one,
Yeah, I do right now.
Aha!
Yeah. Not everything is puppets in this. They also have people dressed up in like suits,
costumes.
like costumes and
Mhm.
stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's not just 100% puppet movie. There are other.
Yeah, like your Big Birds, your Snuffleupaguses.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think
So I guess this is more of a Sesame Street with Pee Wee Herman and crack than a Jim Henson thing. Then.
Well, Jim Henson eventually did move to people in costume. You had the big monster
Bird.
guy. No, that's Sesame Street. But that is Jim
Oh.
Henson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the Muppets, you had
Yeah. I know I called it Jim Henson, but when I called it Jim Henson, I meant more specifically the Muppets themselves.
right.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, no, the Muppets eventually they did have the big guy. He was like a big monster-looking guy, and he used to eat the other Muppets. I think his name was like Ralphus or something. I don't know. But he was
He's the big brown furry guy. with the big
Yeah.
eye. He almost looks like Where the Wild Things Are.
Yes.
Character.
Oh my god.
Snuffleupagus.
No, that's an elephant. Well, it's not an elephant. I don't know what he
He's a
is.
Snuffleupagus.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Fuck. Basically, though, that was as much pre-production we were able to get from this because there isn't a ton of info online about this movie.
I'm sure I could have dug up more, but this is just right off IMDb. Pretty good stuff, though.
Oh my god, yeah. I wonder if anyone ever brings it up to them when they do interviews with them.
This would be like the only stuff that we would be bringing up to
Yeah.
it.
I feel like I'm making this up, but I think I've heard something about that he tries to ignore this stuff.
Oh,
He
okay.
doesn't want anything to do with this stuff.
So Bad
I mean-
Taste and Brain Dead and Meet the Feebles.
I don't know much about Dead Alive. I think he still recognizes that to a certain extent because that was a pretty big hit.
Yeah.
But I think this and Bad Taste, I think he kind of ignores.
Okay.
I think I think I remember hearing something about that, but I could be making it up. I don't know.
Well, no,
My
I mean,
brain sometimes,
it very well could be early
Yeah.
work, and obviously, Pride doesn't think it's his best work, and compared to what he does now, it's
hey,
nothing
some
like
major
that.
filmmakers do that. Wes Craven, John Carpenter, they
Yeah.
all fucking want to forget some of the stuff they made.
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone, his first movie. Well,
The Italian Stallion
so that was our
rides again.
base. You know what? He's gonna be hard up for money one day, and he will do a sequel. I guarantee it.
He was He was hard up and the Italian stallion rides again.
Did Gray ever tell you that his name was almost Sylvester?
Really?
Think about his last name. Don't say it out loud.
I
but just
know.
think
I
about
know.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
and
Yeah.
Gore's original name was gonna be Piana, and her middle name was gonna be Key. And
I was so
our
pissed.
mom was like, like piano key. I was like, yeah, but you literally said pee on a key. Pee
Yeah.
on yeah.
On a key.
What kind of fucking hippie shit is this?
Fucking hippie shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. And Mom used to always say we were gonna be like a Mario nuts and for Eminem, one with peanuts and one plain. I was like, where the hell do you get this, Mom?
I actually, it's fun. You cut out there, Gore, but I know what you're talking about, and I'm kind of glad that one got cut.
Oh God! You want me to replay?
No.
Want me to say it
So
again?
you're gonna be a Mario and Toadstool is what you were saying?
No,
Yeah.
Mario and Luigi.
Yeah, I know. I was joking.
Well, but then she went with the M&M's one. Well, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we wrap up part 1 and go into our deep dive, we do want to introduce Gore's pick of the week. But I'm going to let her introduce the segment because she's here. And Gore, it's been awesome having you on. Next time you come on, we're going to have a better setup so we're not cutting out as much and better audio
it's
setup.
My first time. I'm new here, so
Let her stay. Let her stay.
Yeah,
Let her stay.
you say that now.
Oh, so Gore, do you want to lead in your segment?
Oh yeah, sure. So yeah, so it's been great. It's been fun, and I'm Gorelee Girl, and here's my pick of the week.
Hey, what's up, freaks and creeps? Thanks for joining us on GrindHaus on 42nd Street. I'm Gorelee Girl with a very special pick of the week. This week I wanted to do something a little different. Every week I gather some info about things I like to do and I share it with you. The things I enjoy may be new to you listeners, but my household gets the full horror lifestyle of gore every day. It's normal for my son and boyfriend to walk into the living room and being welcomed by a bloodbath of terror on the TV. Or turning a corner to me being in monster makeup drinking my coffee. I'm so lucky to have their support. We've had a bit of time at home lately, so we've been spending quality time watching movies together. We had a pretty intense game of Duopoly the other day while watching Cheech and Chong. This week on the GrindHaus page, we asked our fans about their favorite sequels and their types of favorite horror movies. I usually update my family with things from the page just to get their opinions too. Which brings me to Gore's pick of the week, which is actually going to be my son Chase's pick of the week. Chase is 14, but he has been an active haunter and horror fan since birth. He loves comedy, but enjoys being scared. A lot. I asked him if he had a favorite mass killer, or a horror movie he wanted to talk to me about for GrindHaus. And to my surprise, he talked a lot about a movie he just saw that we watched together. Chase's favorite horror movies are ones with humor in it, so his number 1 is Killer Clowns from Outer Space, but his pick of the week is a Joker on the creepier side. In our GrindHaus episode 4 segment, the GrindHaus crew discussed clowns, and Chase's pick of the week is Art from Terrifier. I asked Chase why he chose Art. His response was the way his face looks and his smile that makes him look like he's up to no good. Okay, so he likes the prosthetic pieces and his mischievous ways. Chase mentioned, it was hard to watch some scenes, but I didn't want to turn away because in this movie, the clown doesn't say anything, and he's animated, so you don't want to miss what his face says. Got it. So the scenes were brutal and cringy, and Art's facial expression said everything without a word. I asked Chase what his favorite part of the movie was, and he said, it was how he teased the girl on the other side of the doors that were chained together. And he couldn't grab her, so he took his clown horn through the doors and he honked it angrily at her. Ha, yep, that's my boy. In conclusion, some may think it's an odd movie to watch with a teen, but Chase knows how I've been working with some effects, lighting, and makeup, so he knows it's not real. And we talk about movie scenes and props. This is teaching our next of horror kin and hopes to continue our lifestyle. I hope you've enjoyed Chase's pick of the week. Tune into GrindHaus on 42nd Street for more of the gore.
Welcome back to GrindHaus on 42nd Street. I am Gray.
I'm Wolfman.
And well, I doubt you listen to them back to back, but we left off with Gore's pick of the week. Awesome. Art the Clown from Terrorizer. I still haven't watched
Terrifier.
God!
Jesus Christ. What is your problem tonight?
You know what it is? Honest to God, I'm going to be real with everyone. And I had to wait till Gore was gone.
Man.
Listen, I had to wait till Gore was gone because I didn't want to hear any shit. And I got all hyped up about this episode last week. 10th episode, we're hitting double digits, like a little celebration. And then I watched the movie, and it doesn't hold up. And I hate to say it, I really do. Because
so you're in my camp now also? No,
listen. I appreciate the memories it brings me back to. But if we're openly and honestly breaking down and reviewing movies, there's a lot of cliche, let's just do this to be shocking because it's puppets doing it. And some of the jokes kind of fall flat. Now, I will always recommend this movie to people who haven't seen it because it's the whole idea of these puppet Muppet things, going about doing what they're doing, sex, drugs, rock and roll.
Yeah.
But in 2020, it's not as shocking as it was back in 2000.
Yeah, well, here's my thing. Like I said earlier, though, I think it's a pile of shit of a movie, but I'm not recommending it to people that I feel would like it. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be one of those, half the people, well, actually, no, I won't say half. I'll say 20% say, maybe 15% will have no idea what this movie is, and they will feel dumber after watching it. You know what I mean? They'll just be in this, they don't get anything in it, whatnot. I get the movie, it's definitely off the rails, is whatever, but, I just thought it was dumb. Then there's going to be people like me.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be people that absolutely love it. I don't think there's going to be anyone out there that's like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, no, it's either
you're going to love it, hate it, or be confused.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely fair. And some of the jokes are funny. There is some good writing. There's some good one-liners and stuff. But like I said, and it's not like I'm desensitized because so much crazy shit's come out in the last few years. But when I was 12 years old and I saw that, when I first saw South Park, oh my God, a cartoon where they're swearing and this and that. Now South Park,
but even the original South Park kind of looks shitty compared to the episodes now too.
Oh, it does. It looks terrible, and it's a lot of shock value. Luckily, the writers at South Park, they got their game stepped up because they're great storytellers now.
Yeah.
But if it was, that show would never last 20 some years if it stayed the first season, basically.
Agreed.
And I don't, fanboys of South Park, please don't come at me. I'm not talking bad about it. I'm just saying, go watch the original season and tell me what you honestly fucking think. But I got that off my chest. Again, Terrifier, Art the Clown was the pick of the week.
Let's be honest about Art though. Art, when you go on YouTube and stuff, he's kind of like the hot thing when it comes to horror slashers right now.
He is.
They got new sequels being finished up filming right now, or was being. I don't know. I'm assuming it's on hold because of everything going on. And it might be delayed a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if they fully finished it or not. It was filming in upstate New York. Because the interview I saw was pretty recent. Hopefully they finished it and it's in post production.
Yeah, a little bit of editing and stuff like that.
Yeah, before all this shutdown happened, because one guy can do that, or two people in a room and still be social distancing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
In legalities. So,
and it's not like you have a team of like 50 special effects artists making all this, green screen stuff happening. So I just hope.
and he has a trilogy, according to the interview, in his mind for it. Unfortunately, he doesn't want to keep going like the other series and make a new
every other year
slasher, whatever. But he said maybe if he gets the right inspirations and what's not after a couple years go by or whatever, after he's done with his trilogy, because he has a trilogy in mind.
Right.
So,
well, you know what?
It'll be 4 movies technically, but it'll only be 3 in the Terrifier series. The other one kind of is its own thing.
Yeah, it like a prelogue kind of.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, if this guy does this third movie and he tries releasing another couple movies and they don't do well, I can see him going back to this, because that's what happens with a lot of the slashers. Like, they know where their milk and honey is or whatever.
Yeah, I've honestly, we went into more than I expected to with this part of and talking about Terrifier, because my brain just I was like, oh, like as of like 2 weeks ago I saw this interview, so this is all after our
episode
with the clowns, by a couple weeks. So otherwise I would have put this info in there on that one. But anyway,
better late than never.
Yeah, moving on.
So, right before we get started, obviously, this is part 2. Go listen to part 1. It was the first time we had Gore with us. We had a little bit of audio technical issues because of the server that we're on tonight. But not as bad as like a phone call from somebody from California. It wasn't that bad. But, yeah.
Yeah, I still got to listen to that again.
I was going to ask you earlier.
I haven't got around to it.
It's okay.
That's on me.
It's okay.
I've been preoccupied with Predator, man.
I know.
The past couple days, preoccupied.
If anyone is having more time spent at home and you're getting bored with what you normally do, go on our Facebook page and check out. I mean, you can check it out live. If you turn on notifications, you'll see when we're live. But check out these newest videos from Wolfman Streaming. It's the brand new Predator game. What is it? Predator
Hunting Grounds. Me and my friends are pretty much annihilating every predator we come across. And it could be kind of boring to like some people, unless you really enjoy seeing the predator get his ass kicked. I have to play as a predator and stream it, because I'll probably get my ass kicked, but at least it'll be something different,
Yeah, and I mean, I think it'd be a good variety of streaming on both sides. But it's like, you want to have your friends in and you want to play with your friends, but then when you want to play as Predator, you kind of have to drop them to go into a different
exactly
group.
Yeah, I've been playing with at least 3 people. Sometimes we play with a full 4 squad.
Okay.
There's been a couple where it's been 2 of us and whatever, but yeah, I haven't really played it by myself, so I haven't been running Predator because it doesn't work that way, because it's a 4v1. So
yeah, so they got to make sure the numbers are right.
Predator, yeah. And obviously, you don't want to. If you're playing with people, you don't want to. One person can't be the Predator and everyone and someone be on the humans. It just doesn't work that way when you match up.
Yeah, because they don't want anyone giving out any insider secrets.
Yeah, they don't want people working together basically and cheating.
When I tuned in, I specifically remember you guys talking about, man, whoever this Predator is sucks, because like you guys didn't see him at all.
Was that the one where the guy wasn't playing?
Is that how
there
that,
was one? There
is that
was
how
one.
That ended?
No, well, yeah, I don't know if that was that one, but there was a couple of them where we're like, this Predator sucks. But it turns out, sometimes people will just run around and kill the NPCs or just the AI and just get XP and not fight the people, just to like kind of cheat the system for XP.
Yeah.
But this guy, apparently they've been having some issues with the Predator, like waiting times for a room.
Okay.
So some people were sitting for like 15, 20 minutes waiting for me. I back out and go, reload up. You know what I mean? Yeah, like reload. But people will wait, and 15, 20 minutes go by, so they could be in the bathroom, they could be cooking something to eat, like watching a movie, not paying attention. Then the game starts, and out there, we just found some guy, like we were doing a mission, and then just randomly we see the Predator just standing there, like he hasn't moved since the start of the game. We're like, what the fuck? So yeah, we just gunned them down and killed them. We're like, all right, that'd be why we didn't see him for the past like 10 minutes.
Game over. Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Basically, a couple minutes later, it was game over. But made sense.
That's crazy. But it is entertaining. Nevertheless, whether it's the commentary or what you're playing, if you're into some of these games, what have we had so far?
We did ruin a streamer's day today. That was quite fun. Found out one of the predators that we destroyed who was talking shit to us. I don't say anything in the games. Some of my friends can kind of talk shit a little bit.
Sure.
Or like get a little excited. I don't say anything. I'll talk my shit to my friends, but I don't go over the proximity chat, because you can talk to people in this game if you're close enough. Or the predator, it's supposed to be like you're communicating with your team,
right?
And like if you're the predator's close, he can hear you, or you can hear him talking. And
they're
kind of talk to each other and kind of shit talk a little bit. And be
but they do that with the actual chat of the video game.
Yeah. So,
wow.
But because we're in Discord, we're able to just talk to each other.
Oh, okay.
Without have to use the in-game chat. So
okay.
Whatnot. But you can hit a button and talk still in game. So, you can have fun with the predator and call him out. Be like, yo, I'm down here. Come get me. Let's have a knife fight. Like, whatever. And this guy didn't take kindly to that. And he's like, I'm just going easy on you guys. Well, actually, we didn't call him out till after. He was telling us
he's taking it
easy on us. And whatever. We're like, yeah, okay, whatever. But anyway, we found out he was a streamer, and I went into his chat, and I got banned from his chat. And I didn't even say anything bad. I was just trying to say, like, hey, okay, he was mad because he said we were all trash and we sucked and we're toxic and whatnot. But yet he started talking shit to us. And all we said to him is that we were my friends were making Arnold impersonations, going, come get me now. Get me. What are you doing? Do it now. Come, let's knife fight. Come on. He's like, we got our knives. Like, we don't, like, it's not like he was, it's fucking Predator, man.
Yeah.
And we were trying to knife fight him, like, anyway, this guy ended up being a total fucking jackass, and he blamed his stream at first, saying it was their fault. He's only lost 2 games ever, apparently. He said he's called himself the #1 predator in the game. But to me, I think he's just a sore loser, and my team is actually pretty good, and I'm the weak link on the team, and I'm decent at the game. So my team is very good, and we didn't even have all 4 of us, and this guy still got worked.
So how did you guys find his stream channel?
Someone typed his name in, I think. I don't know. And then it turned out he was a streamer, and yeah.
Is he older or younger?
He's on Twitch. He's younger. I guess he's like probably like 25, 24.
Oh, so he's old enough to fucking know better, though.
Yeah.
He's not some kid.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, he's like, oh, my stream picked me to use the bow, and the bow's not that good. That's why I lost. I'm like, no, the bow's good if you use it right.
Yeah,
like,
seriously.
He wasn't, he just got worked. And then even some of the people, actually his people started turning on him, which is why I got banned. They started talking to me in the chat. And then because all I did was go in there, and I was like, yo, I was in that game. I was there. You started talking shit to us first. I was like, and then he was like, oh, you were in there? He goes, you guys are toxic assholes. I'm like, no, like, you started talking shit first. Like, and then all we wanted to do was knife fight you. And then someone was like, oh, you were in there? And then so people started adding me. So it's like highlighting me in the stream.
Oh.
Trying to talk to me.
Hey, there you go.
And they're like, and then they were like, so whatever. And then one of his people in there was like, why can't you just admit they were better than you? So like these people are turning on him. and he's like, no, there was over 100 people in here that saw me, like get toxic. Guys get toxic against me. And I'm like,
toxic?
I was about to compliment him. And then I got banned from chatting. Because I was gonna be like, yo, So I was like, I was about to say, like, you were a really good predator. You moved really well, but you just weren't aggressive at the right times, and you just...
Or you made mistakes. People fucking...
Yeah, and he made mistakes. And then... But also, we were just better than him. You know what I mean? Like, it happens.
Yeah, you're never gonna fight and win all of them. You're always gonna come across someone better.
Yeah, then he had excuses. Then he was like, well, you guys knocked my mask off, so I was at a handicap. I'm like, well, that's what happens. The predator loses his mask. You still gotta
fight.
You still gotta fight. You gotta work. The predator has ways to work around it. A couple times he tried rushing us in groups where it doesn't work with the predator like that.
Yeah, but you
Like,
know what? If you guys were good enough to knock his mask off, then that should show how decent you guys are at the game. It's like, oh, well, you guys knocked my mask. Well, yeah, of course we did. We're good.
We've killed a stupid predator in a minute and a half in this game.
And that wasn't the guy who was taking a dump, right?
No. Actually, no, because that was over 10 minutes because we were doing the missions.
Okay.
Because you got to do missions and get them done, and then call the helicopter and escape.
Right.
And then the predator tries to kill you while you're doing this stuff.
So
you don't
can
have
escape.
to kill the predator. You can just escape, get what you get done. And there's all sorts of AI running around trying to kill both of us. You know what I mean? Like, so we're in like some South American country. It seems. You know,
this is
like,
exciting. Actually, like
you're trying to steal intel, trying to like sabotage. You know, like these networks. You're blowing up a drug dealer's money or all his drugs in a plantation.
And you constantly
you're going
have AI
things
to worry about.
Yeah.
Wow.
They don't do a lot of damage, but if there's a lot of them around and then the predator's attacking you, it gets hectic.
Yeah.
It gets annoying. You know what I mean? So,
dude, you describing that scenario just intrigued me more to even want to watch this live.
There's a lot going on. I'm actually going to make a video of this and show how he was a douchebag. I'm going to get around to it in the next couple of days. I had the video. I wasn't streaming, but I was recording.
Nice. Well, yeah, you kind of have to because you don't want to miss anything. And you know what? I want people to know, like, don't call gamers toxic. It is the most overused, thrown out bullshit word. Listen, if you could have survived the 360's Modern Warfare chat rooms, okay, there's nothing toxic.
Or the Friday the 13th current chat room.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I want to watch that more. Is because like I feel like all the Modern Warfare players jumped to Friday the 13th.
Well, apparently some Modern Warfare chat rooms are actually getting pretty randy lately.
Oh,
yeah, that's what I've been hearing from other people. So
they just
take banning people and other stuff like to a whole new level now where they didn't have it back then.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's a little easier to get banned. People are a little softer these days, so they can't take a joke or, they don't think
You used to just be able to like mute people. Like if you didn't want to hear someone, you'd mute them. But the entire rest of the room, they would hear what he had to say still.
Yeah, there's people don't understand a little bit of playful
trash
competitiveness
talk.
is in there. It's part of the game. Some people, just don't want to deal with it. It is what it is. But
but
I said, I stay quiet. I prefer actions. I was like, do my thing. I'll just kill him. Like I was like, actually, let's just. If he thinks he's taking it so easy on us, let's go knife him down, Like,
right. But your
like
description...
fuck you, we're not using guns, like, we're using our knives. Then he tried to be like, oh, the knives are broken to get for the humans. It's easy to parry the predator's blade and just go... I'm like, oh my God, this guy's got an excuse for everything.
The game's been out less than a week, and you've already come up with all these excuses.
3 days.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's been out 3 days, and you already have all these excuses. Like, how do you know? How do you know that people can parry the knife so well if they're this and that? Like, literally,
Well, I mean, he's the best predator ever.
Oh, okay. Well, best predator in 3 days.
He's only lost 2 games.
Well, one of them was to you, motherfucker.
Exactly. One of them was to us.
But you describing that account should be enough for people to want to check out these live streams. They are always interesting, no matter the game, because all games are going to have crybaby whiners in it.
Yeah, so twitch.tv/Giant Chirple is a douchebag.
Giant Chirple?
That's his name. Yeah, that's his name.
What the fuck's a Chirple?
I don't know. It's a CHIPREL. Giant Chirple.
And we're not telling our fans to go and spam him.
No, I'm not saying go harass him. I don't want anyone to do that. I'm just saying he is a douchebag.
Yeah.
So don't watch his stream because he also was calling us weird because I have Silver Bullet streaming as my Twitch gamer thing. So he's like, so we had these guys with streaming in their name. They're just trying to leech off my popularity and my fame because you guys are just one viewer watching. You only get one viewer in your whatever.
How many fans did he have?
He had 100 people watching, which is pretty good for like just the average or whatever. And he had 16,000 whatever. But that's like nothing in the world of like popular. You know
If
what I
you
mean?
go
Like,
to YouTube and you look at a channel that has 16, like I'd love to be at 16,000. I would
yeah,
love to be
don't
at
get me
10.
wrong. I would love to.
But
He can make a good living off that if he's got 100 people watching him, and say he's got at least 100 subs. You know, that's $500 a month right there, because you know it's five. Well, I mean, he doesn't get all of it, but
right.
you know, I'm sure he's got more than that. You know, like he can make a little good side money off that. You know, and he's, you know, and great for him. But don't be a fucking douchebag like that. You know, just admit you got bested that time, you know?
And you know how many of the people may subscribe because he's a crybaby and they just want to tune in and see the antics?
Yeah.
And that's a whole nother character study. I would never want you to change who you are to try to get more traffic to your site, you know, because like you swear a lot or you curse or you bitch or you cry. You know what I mean? I would want people to watch you because the games you play, the way you describe them, and the fun that you have. Because you do have a
'cause
way.
I swear too much and I rage a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
You
but
do have a way of riling people up, though.
Not me. I have a way of rallying people up, but I'm not like that online though.
No, but if it's called for, you'll do it.
No, I don't. I hold it in. I really do.
What was that? What was that story you told me about the Friday the 13th game where you had to walk away from the screen and everyone came back? And
All right, you know what? That's different. That's Friday the 13th. You know, like
different chat room, different fucking
different. You know, and I'm also wasn't on the GrindHaus channel at that. You know, like I was on my Silver Bullet streaming thing.
Yeah.
I'm a little nicer when I stream on.
Yes.
Hey, those people were straight up fucking.
They were
cocksuckers.
assholes.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
they were
say it.
assholes,
They were
though.
fucking straight up. Yeah. They were trying to tell me I'm a hacker and I'm a cheater and I'm doing all these cheats or whatever. No, man, I go take my fucking dog out, so I hid under a bed. And I'm sorry that Jason couldn't kill me while I was under the bed for some apparent reason. Like, you know what I mean?
And everyone else is stuck on the map and they can't leave.
Yeah, and Jason can't win. I wasn't the last one alive. I think there was still someone else left alive. You could have went and found them.
Oh yeah.
It's not
So
my
there you
fucking
go. What
problem.
the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, my
But
fucking
they
problem.
just want to attack you.
I went back and watched the video, and they were like, Joe, Jason was trying to break that bed. I'm like, how come he didn't go to any other fucking bed and just went to that one? Because you know what? Someone else he was playing with knew or whatever and told him to go to that bed. So those fuckers were cheating themselves.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
he didn't check. And he didn't. There was 5 other beds in that thing, and I watched the video when I went back, like later on, and he didn't look at any other bed. He went right to the bed I was under. And there has been known issues with Jason not being able to kill whatever, but he would have never known I was under there unless someone fucking told him and sent him a message.
And that's
through Steam.
Someone who
Yeah.
was supposed to be on your team when it
Yeah.
said "fuck
Ratted
this
me
guy,"
out.
rad
Yeah.
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah, dude, I was literally gone 6 minutes. Like I was like 6 or 7 minutes. Went and took the dog out real quick. He was being annoying. You know, dog's gotta go. I gotta go.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. I know, but we got way off topic.
No, but it's cool. It is.
Get heated, but yeah, there's gonna be a video on that. Silver Bullet streaming on YouTube is the YouTube channel for that. Maybe I'll even put this on the GrindHaus also, just
I
so people
think.
can see it.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not on GrindHaus, if you ever hear any of these escapades and you don't see the video on GrindHaus, always check Silver Bullet streaming on Twitch, because it's gonna be one or the other.
No, YouTube.
Oh, YouTube. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know why I always jump to Twitch.
Because I want to slap you.
Oh, I know. I know why. We actually talked about it before we started recording. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah. But Twitch ain't
Anyway.
too bad.
No, it's actually better than Facebook. I'd rather stream on that, but the problem is it doesn't have the platform and the ease of streaming on GrindHaus than it does on Twitch.
Yeah, it'd be
Like,
kind of hard.
if we did a live GrindHaus show, you know, like weekly or something, you know what I mean, and change the channel, it would be easy to stream on that because we would build our audience there.
Right. And then in turn, maybe even bring them over to the Facebook.
Exactly.
Just to
'cause
keep
you're gonna
up
get other people or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, it's
we're
something for
not
the future.
We're not at that point. Maybe in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
anyway,
that was our warm up, basically.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about the Patreon. We talked about, I mean, you listen to part 1. Obviously, if you're here, you listen to part 1. We had Gore's pick of the week. You know, we talked about streaming a little bit. Definitely something you guys have to check out. It's awesome. I'm basically just trying to buy
Yeah,
time
I mean,
until
we
I have
make
to
it
break
really
this
easy.
down.
GrindHaus on 42nd Street, Patreon, Facebook, YouTube,
Google.
Twitter,
Yeah,
you
Twitter.
know, Instagram, like
Yep.
all the things, and then Silverbolt streaming on YouTube and every once in a while Twitch. I mean, I also have a Twitter, but I don't use it that much. But
Yeah.
you can follow it on there too if you want.
And
But
there is a Facebook page
it's easy.
as well.
Yeah, and it's easy. Yeah,
Yeah.
very
Just
easy.
Google our name and whatever you see that pops up,
Yeah,
it's probably us.
it's probably us. Yeah,
Well, it's time.
it's time for the breakdown. Took us 24 minutes, 25 minutes now to get into it, but we're there.
Yep. So, Meet the Feebles is basically a movie about a variety show a la the Muppets of the 70s. But like there's no humans, so like
so
you
it's
said
a variety
earlier,
show on this Muppet planet. So
Yeah.
these Muppets are like the norm.
it has to be.
There's no people.
Yeah. And it opens up, there's like quiet on the set and the blah, blah, blah. And there's this big musical number. And I like it. I think it's put
I
together
really
well.
thought the whole thing was gonna be a musical, and I was like, "Oh, fucking Christ!"
I would not do that to you. I fucking hate
I
musicals.
liked Sweeney Todd talking about musicals, and I didn't mind let's say I didn't mind Sweeney Todd. I didn't love it, and I didn't mind Genetic the Repo Opera.
Oh,
Repo Opera.
Repo,
whatever.
the genetic
Opera.
Yeah.
Whatever. I didn't mind that, but I could not Also, I think what was that girl with the fucking during Christmas time, the zombie movie that was pretty recent? That wasn't so bad, considering it was mostly musical too.
Fuck.
Actually, now since we're talking about musical horror movies, this was unplanned, people. That's why we're not.
Yeah. It happens. I mean, we.
Do you know what I'm talking about, though, right?
I do actually. Angie, fucking Gore.
It's like some girl and the whatever.
It's not Warm Bodies though, right?
No. That's about the fucking talking zombies. And
Oh,
love
right.
or
Okay,
whatever.
yeah.
That's lameness.
Yeah. Oh, be careful. That movie has a big fan base. A big whiny crybaby fan base.
Yeah, the same fan base that are probably Twilight fans. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah, exactly.
This is GrindHaus. We deal with real horror, real action movies.
Our
real-
vampires don't fucking sparkle here.
Yeah, they don't sparkle and fucking talk and. Well, I mean they talk, but
I'll talk a little bit, but yeah.
Yeah, they don't talk about fucking drama-y, high school-y.
If you're gonna talk to a
Garbage
werewolf, you cannot associate with the like. What? Who fucking turned this into the hills?
It's Anna, and the Apocalypse or something.
Anna and the Apocalypse.
No, I'm thinking of the title.
right,
It's
okay.
something along those.
Oh fuck.
Actually, I think it is Anna and the Apocalypse. That's the name of the film. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is Anna and the Apocalypse.
Well, that worked.
It's a zombie horror. It's British. But yeah, it actually wasn't so bad. I was surprised. I watched it actually a couple months ago.
It's a musical.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
yeah. It's like I'd say like maybe 70% musicals. Maybe yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. But it's very gory. It's fun. But since we were talking about musical horror movies, but yeah, it's definitely Sweeney Todd, Repo.
I can
and,
get behind
Anna
Sweeney
and the
Todd.
Apocalypse. And Anna and the Apocalypse. You would like it. You would like it.
I want to check it out.
It's
never
it's
even
got
heard
that,
of it.
It's got that Shaun of the Dead kind of little bit of jokingness to it, but serious, lots of blood.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
So you
Anyway.
get the lights, camera, action. You get this musical number. Meet the Feebles. But they said we're not your average ordinary people. So they do know what people are, I guess.
Yeah, but maybe they're considering themselves.
I know. That's, dude. We're gonna have to do some research on
because
that.
there's no people. And they also said we are not your average ordinary people. So they're
people, but they're not
Yes.
average or ordinary. Yeah, you might have stumbled onto something here, dude. I'm telling you.
telling you they're on their own little world and they're on the bad taste planet.
Yep.
They're all wrapped together.
But
Because
this
there are bad taste people in the
in the audience, yeah.
the aliens.
But this actually wasn't a live show; it was a rehearsal. So you get
Yeah.
like the host, your Kermit the Frog.
They were
if
going
you will.
live in 12 hours, so they were also cramming, and it was extra.
They had an entire show that they had to rehearse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extra stressful. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah. So you have their basic like host, which is this rabbit character, Henry, and he comes out of this carrot and he's like, "Hey, we have a great show for you, but our star, is Heidi." And then like the carrot flies off, and then you see this enormous fucking hippo. Obviously, it's someone in a costume, not a puppet. Real high pitched voice, like hard to listen to. But she's like the Miss Piggy, if you will. She sings her number, and they wrap up the song, and there is a rat. His name is Trevor. He's actually a porno director, and I guess he's watching the production, and he's like, "Oh God, that was awful. I've heard better singing from dying mongooses." He's just an asshole scumbag. And Heidi, she gets offended and she runs off.
Well, this is the rat guy, right?
Yeah, rat, Trevor. Yeah. And
we might want to explain like what these characters are to people.
That's
like,
what I said. He's a rat. His name's Trevor. He's a porno director, and he's
I
an
missed
ass.
that. I was reading. I didn't hear if you said that. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out the lore while you're going over this. I'm trying to listen and figure out maybe like some lore of the planet. Trying to do the breaking news here.
If it is okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like, Trevor the rat insults her and she goes to run to, I guess, the main guy. He's not an actor, or he's not in the show, but he produces it. It's his money on it. And he is a giant walrus named Bletch. And he walks around on dry land and whatever. It's very odd. But he's a person in a costume as well. And they cut to him, and he's actually fucking a Siamese cat in his office. Not like a normal human size, like not the same size of a walrus cat, like a little tiny fucking.
Well, it was like he was as big as a walrus, kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
But she was definitely exaggerated. It was like if the Siamese cat was the size of a small lady. And he was just like a giant 7-foot fat guy.
Yeah, so the cat was like maybe 3 times bigger than a normal cat, but it wasn't like human sized. It definitely wasn't walrus sized.
No, but like I said, it's like a skinny small lady, like a 5-foot,
like super small
skinny lady. Yeah.
And Heidi, she's banging on the door, Bletch, and he says, "God damn it! I was just about to pop my cookies." That's one of those lines that gets a laugh out of me every time. But it's the obscurity. It's a fucking giant walrus fucking a cat talking about how he almost came. I mean, that gets me. So he hides the cat in like a closet, and she comes in and she complains. He's like, "Oh, Trevor, that no good. I'll have a talk to him." And then Heidi is like, "Oh, well, I'll see you in my room later," and like shakes her massive hippo tits at him. And that kind of sets up the fact that they are in a relationship. Somewhat. Meanwhile, the cat comes out the closet and says, "You need to get rid of her. She's old news, blah, 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 this and that, whatever." We get a new character. His name is Robert. But he has a speech impediment. So when he says his name, it sounds like he says, I'm not going to say, you could say it.
Nah, I'll let it go. I'll let it go.
Thank you. New member of the team. He arrives at the theater, and he falls in love with Lucille, who's another newcomer. He's a hedgehog. He is obviously a puppet. She's like a poodle, I think. Some kind of small dog. And, he's asking where
I couldn't figure out what the hell she was. I was wondering.
She had the fluffy white hair, so I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, she's some weird animal. Could be a poodle. Could be some sort of fluffy-haired dog of some sort of similar. I wasn't sure either. But
most characters in this movie are all based off of animals. Like in the audience member, you did have the aliens or whatever, but in this movie specifically, they are all anamorphic, if you will. not anamorphic, animalistic. Sorry. So Robert has to go and find whoever's in production, and you meet this little worm. His name's Arthur, and he's basically a stage director, and he's been doing it forever, and he knows everyone and where everyone is, and he introduces them, and, yada yada, no big deal. But on his way to find Arthur, Robert runs into a fly. And this fly is not like a tiny fly. Like, he's pretty big. And he's the paparazzi. He's always looking for news lines and stories. And,
Is that what he was? I
Yep.
didn't fully understand his. I thought he might have been like some sort of like hanging out on the set or an agent because he had the business card and whatever.
Yeah,
He's,
he's.
I
They
couldn't
say
figure
he's
out his deal.
They say he's a smut peddler. That's what
Okay.
Arthur says. Like,
Okay.
oh, you don't want to get involved with him. But yeah, basically, he goes around. He has a camera. He tries getting leads and shit like that. So basically, he's a bad guy. Don't want to be near him.
You know what? That makes a little more sense later on. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We run into a guy named Seymour who is an elephant, and Sandy comes in, and Sandy is a chicken, and she gives him some legal papers for a paternity test, claiming that he's the father of a baby, and it's literally half elephant, half chicken. What was that South Park song? Pig and elephant DNA just won't splice. Well, elephant and chicken DNA will splice.
I didn't think it looked like an elephant chicken, but it looked more regular elephant. But yeah,
Well, it's supposed to have like a little like chicken body, I think.
it was like tiny, but it was still a baby though. So I mean, it could get bigger.
Oh God, can
But
you
yeah, I
imagine?
know what you mean. Yeah, I know.
That monstrosity.
Yeah, I guess maybe it did have a little bit of feathers on it, but it had an elephant nose to the face, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it had whatever. Yeah,
So
a chickafint. What do we call it? Sorry,
wait,
I know I'm like getting off the rails. I said, what would we call it? Like a chickafint?
that actually makes more sense than what I was thinking.
What were you thinking?
An Ella chicken?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think yours fits better. What was it? Chickafint?
Yeah, chickafint.
Chickafint. Let me write that
But if you
down.
said that, would you get chicken elephant out of that? Or I mean,
Chickafint.
maybe.
Yeah, I think
Chickafint?
that's fair to say. Maybe. Not like, obviously it'd be a little bit of a guessing game. Holy shit, that was crazy. Sorry. But yeah, basically it's half chicken, half elephant. You're right there. We're also introduced that the rat, Trevor, also deals drugs because he gets this like, I don't know what the fuck this guy is. I thought he was an alligator, but he could be a lizard. But he's a
I
dope
think he's
head.
the knife thrower.
Yeah.
I think he's a lizard.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Because
Either that or he's like a fucked up turtle. I don't know. He had like that weird thing on his back. It might have been a shell. I don't know.
Okay, because he has a real
But
long
maybe
nose.
Maybe it was just a collar. I don't know. Whatever. But he's at least a lizard. Yeah, he's not an alligator. He's a lizard.
Okay. Because, yeah, he had the long nose. I was like, well, maybe, but
Yeah, no,
they're
it's
not very
definitely-
clear.
Definitely a lizard. Yeah.
So he shows up to Trevor, and he's like, hey, man, I'm getting the shakes, and I need something before I go on. He's like, I got $50. And Trevor's like, good, this will cover what you owe me from last time. And the way that he just delivers this line where he's like, it's all I got. I've been there.
I thought the scene was going like way different direction when he dropped on his knees and was like the camera angle and like touching his stomach. I thought he was gonna be like, "I'll suck your dick,"
I'll suck your
you
dick,
know,
man.
like, "I'll suck your dick."
We're
That's
about to
all
see
I got. I'll suck you. Like, because the way they were filming, I thought,
Yeah. He was
not
right
saying
up
he
on
would have
him.
done it. I thought maybe he was gonna like slap him and push him away or something. But yeah, I thought it was gonna go in a different direction.
Well, seeing how this movie's been so far, you're not like out of the realm of
Yeah,
possibility.
that's what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah.
like this, it's definitely been,
We do get a brief glimpse of this little goldfish who's trying to, join the cast, but
I think
Bletch.
he's like one of those sparkly. They're actually kind of poisonous. I forget what they are, but they have like the little things that go off them. like giant feathers. It's like a saltwater reef fish.
Oh, like a lionfish or whatever.
Yeah, something along those lines. Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's what he's supposed to be. But he had like sparkles on him.
Yeah.
They kind of jazz him up a little bit. But yeah, he's supposed to be one of those. Yeah, a
And-
goldfish would be understatement because he was kind of fancy looking.
Yeah, he was. He was definitely very
Yeah.
bougie. And he starts singing this little song, and Bletch complains he has a toothache, and he's like, "Can you check out this toothache?" And the fish is like 90%.
I thought this was kind of fucked up.
Yeah, dude. The fish is like, "Yeah, I'll take a look," and he's in there, and then Bletch just like eats him, swallows him whole. Like that's murder. You just ate someone.
Yeah. Yep.
Poor little bugger.
So you're starting to realize, like, not only is Fletch cheating on his girl, but he's really a douchebag.
Yeah,
He's the bad guy.
He
He's
is
the bad guy.
definitely the bad guy.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, you have Robert, who's trying to confess his love to this poodle thing, but he's nervous and he stutters when he gets nervous. He rolls up into a ball.
I would say he's trying to confess his love. It's more of a love at first sight when he sees her, and he gets like super shy and bashful.
Yeah, but after when he first sees her, he's like standing out front of her door, and he's
Yeah,
like practicing
yeah.
the lines, like "Hi, I'm Wabbit," and and then like as soon as they open the door, like he gets all clammy, and they just like walk away, kind of. But Arthur, the worm, he's really cool to him. He's like, "Hey, it'll be all right," blah blah blah. Then we see some outside shots, and you realize it's daytime. Now, Bletch the Walrus has a bodyguard chauffeur that I think is like a big bulldog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got like a spiked jacket on and stuff. Like he's that, big tough guy bodyguard.
Yeah, yeah. Like a Tokar Razor from Secret of the
Yeah,
Ooze type of
yeah.
feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And-
He's pretty badass looking. He's pretty cool.
Yeah. And Heidi is going out for a jog. So you got a hippo jogging in the streets and whatever. And she actually runs into the Siamese cat that, her boyfriend was fucking in the beginning of the movie. And the cat, like, wasn't even trying to be coy about, like, he doesn't want your fat ass anymore. And then you get a cat fight. Well, a cat hippo fight.
Yeah.
She throws her in a trash can. She's
You know what's kind of funny? As you're talking about this, and I'm still searching, like, one of the first previews that came, like, as you're on Google, it shows you a couple videos and goes back into the things. It's
Right.
that fight and her throwing her into the trash. Like
Oh,
it's
no
a
shit.
box. It's into a box that's in a pile of trash on the side. It's not an actual trash can. but
Okay.
yeah. It's
But, like-
a pile of trash, but she
Yeah.
goes into a cardboard box. Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of funny. Just literally as you're saying it, I'm watching.
And that popped up.
It popped up. It's kind of funny.
You see Bletch on a golf course, and his caddy is his bodyguard, and they meet up with a guy who's like a Scottish warthog who also looks pretty badass. And they're trying to golf, but really they want to test the product. They bring a little bit of sample of Coke to the golf course, and oh yeah, this is some good shit. Obvious, the stereotype. That's it. Now you see that Bletch, he's dealing in drugs, and he's cheating on his girl, and he ate a whatever kind of fish that was. Like
He murdered someone because it's a person.
It
in
is.
this world.
Straight up ate the person. He's a cannibal, kind of.
Mhm.
So pretty much by now, he's a piece of shit. Although I feel bad for Heidi. I think she's annoying as a character, but I don't think she deserves to be treated the way she is in this movie.
Agreed.
But the ending kind of makes it all worth it.
The ending makes it she's a terrible person also, but
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, that's
They have a simple flashback of how Heidi and Bletch met. Casablanca ripoff, basically.
yeah. This movie does rip off a couple scenes from some things.
Did you pick out anything else besides Casablanca? Because a lot of it I just thought was cliched. But
No, there's one huge scene in this.
all right,
that's ripped
when
off from
we
a
get there,
major
you'll bring
movie.
it up, though, right?
Yeah, there's from a major movie, and it's not
Oh!
100%, but it's pretty close.
No, I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. I
Deer
didn't think.
Hunter?
Yeah, Deer Hunter. The
Yeah.
the,
Well, you talked about when you get
yeah.
it, but yeah.
um
I'm sure there's some other stuff, but I wasn't, razored in on this like I was with some other movies because
right.
I wasn't fully enjoying it.
So Robert is walking around the set, and he hears some like yelling and screaming, and he sees that somebody is getting hurt, and he comes in. Hey, what's going on here? And it's Trevor filming a porno with like this massive cow who's wearing like bondage and latex and has her udders like sticking out, and
It's weird.
her
Weird,
sex
weird.
partner was supposed to be like a giant like cockroach or something,
I don't even know.
or a grasshopper. I mean, because she crushed
I
him.
don't
She
know.
like sat on his face. He died. And they actually showed them throwing the corpse into like this big like monster
Yeah.
in the basement,
Mm-hmm.
like Dune almost. I
Yeah,
totally
it was like a giant sandworm or something. Like that's what it looked like.
Yup.
Yeah, it was weird.
So now they got to go and find a replacement for that person. So Trevor goes in the laundry room and he finds this like aardvark anteater in the laundry room, like sniffing on all these panties. And he's like, "Oh, you like that one?" He grabs a pair. He's like, "Here, this one's got a nice musk to it."
Was that the same guy peeping on the rabbit in his little?
Yes.
Did that happen yet, or is that later?
No, that did. I kind of went over that.
Okay.
Or I kind of
Okay.
skipped that.
All right. Yeah,
It
there's
is
this
to
really
be
creepy,
said.
fucked up scene of this aardvark creeping on a rabbit that's fucked up on possible drugs, having a threesome with 2 other rabbits, and it's just a fucked up scene.
Yeah, like
And he's drooling out of his nose on or whatever, and because that plays into later.
yeah. Now that it's funny
Yeah.
because that's actually the part where we're at. It's
Yeah.
they get him
Yeah.
as the replacement, and he can't really perform with this cow, so he grabs the Trevor grabs the underwear and puts it on his nose, and he starts like foaming. And the cow's like, "Look, I agreed to be in this, but this is some weird shit." It's like, "Oh, you and me both." I didn't know it was gonna be this weird. But they cut to a scene where Harry, I thought I said Henry, or Harry, the rabbit, is in a bathroom stall, and he's not feeling too good, and he goes to throw up, and the fly flies out, and the fly pretty much tells him, "Hey, you don't look so good. Like your eyes are crusty and your nose are runny. All those late nights with all those loose women and stuff." And Harry's like trying to swat at him and stuff, and he actually does get him to go away by getting him in the toilet and flushing him, but that's not gonna kill him. That's where he hangs out. He eats shit. That's what he was doing when Harry found him. He was eating a pile of shit in a toilet.
Yeah, it's foul. Very foul scene.
Yeah, not a huge fan. But it just basically every main character in this movie has to have some sort of vice. So the hippo, she's addicted. She's the star, but she's a little past her prime. She's gained a little weight. So like she's into exercising, but she eats a lot. She's self-conscious. You got the producer who's also the drug dealer, and he's a bad guy. Then you got the porno director who works under him, who's also a bad guy. You have the timid, cute little Robert who's, new to the big city and all this. You have a drug addict. You have this. There's a stereotype. Oh, Harry, who's like the main host, the rabbit, he's a sexual deviant. So yeah, basically there's like a stereotype for every major character in this movie. So, Robert finds himself into a red light back room where he sees the reptile from earlier laying in a bed, and he's like, what was the line that he said? He was like, "Look, do you have any uppers, downers, Clodpin?" He's like, "Vicks Vapo Rub." Like that was like the last thing
yeah, but he's like saying it all like he's all junked out too. Like he's like Jones in hardcore. Yeah, he would have that like scratchiness going on with him, like
yeah,
in real life. Like he was all basically
He was-
just needs anything to get his fix.
Yeah, he was sweating hard.
Mhm.
And then Robert's like, what's wrong? And then, boom, a mix between Full Metal Jacket and Deer Hunter. That was the... Because this guy was in Nam. So the reason he's a junkie is because he has these terrible flashbacks of being surrounded by the Viet Cong. And actually, for the budget, I'm surprised they did this as well as they did.
Yeah, 'cause they made them. Yeah, they were like running away in the rice paddies. Like they actually had to
Yeah,
the set.
that's what I'm saying. Like for the budget, they actually did some pretty cool stuff here. He talks about he saw his friends get killed right in front of his eyes, and he got captured as a POW. And this is where you get the famous like deer hunter scene, if you will, where they make him do the Russian roulette. And he's even wearing the red bandana, like Christopher Walken.
It's pretty close to the actual scene.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then he got out of it because like the gun, it fired. It went around the room and like took out everyone.
I mean, obviously that doesn't happen in Deer Hunter.
Yeah, no.
I think he does kill multiple people with one bullet shot, but yeah, then they get out, but
not every person in the room.
It just goes around in a circle, kills everyone.
Ricochet 20 times.
Yeah, it's pretty. That part was pretty hilarious.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And he escapes, and he gets chased, but it fades back into present time, and he explains why, he is the way he is, and then he holds up like a little can or a sign, like, "Oh, help a vet," and Robert's like, "Well, I don't have any money." He's like, "Anything." And he like, put in a coin or something. He's like, "Oh, God bless." And he falls asleep. So that was basically the little, nod and wink to Deer Hunter. Pretty good. You see a quick scene between Bletch and Trevor, and they're trying to figure out how they can sell the porno they just shot. Just business stuff. Also, there's a lot of lingo about drugs and stuff, so obviously they're doing something that none of the other cast are aware of. I didn't mention this guy earlier, but the entire show has a director, and he's like this fox, super arrogant and flamboyant, like Rip Taylor, I think, or whatever, like people, like that kind of guy. And he's arguing because like his staff members aren't showing up, and one's high and one's not around. And then they cut to a super racist scene. The Hindu scene?
No.
There's a Hindu guy floating above a bed of nails, but it's a puppet of a person, like a human.
Okay.
And he's hovering above.
I must miss this part.
It's very brief because he's a contortionist, and he ends up getting his head stuck up his ass.
Oh, is that how this happened?
Yeah.
Because I remember they were like going and like, and he's like, I think I got my head stuck up my ass.
Yeah.
Like, and then everyone's like looking at him funny, and they were like, wait a minute, we can make a good video out of this or something.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
we could sell this.
Yeah, we can sell this something. And I'm like, how the fuck? Wait, what is going on here? Because
you took your eye off for 10 seconds.
Yeah, I missed something before that.
Yep.
All right, yeah.
So it makes sense
so
now.
weird. Yeah, it makes sense now.
So
A little bit at least. I mean, it still doesn't make sense. But,
no, by
You
any
know what I mean.
means.
Yeah, but it makes more sense than it did.
Oh man, I could imagine watching that scene out of context.
I was like, why does this puppet have his head up his ass? Like, and they're talking about it. Then I was so confused with the porn thing. I didn't 100% realize he was like a porn director in the beginning. And
so
then
it is, all those are starting to make sense.
Like, yeah.
You get a scene where Harry is not doing very well, and there's a doctor. He was a duck in his room, but the duck's bill is it's weird, dude. He's actually a creepy looking puppet. If you take a look and take notice, a lot of these puppets are very well done.
Harry's like Bizarro World Bugs Bunny.
Yeah. Yep. Into drugs and drinking and having sex and all that.
He's like the evil, fucked up, not even evil, just like the anti Bugs Bunny doppelganger.
What Bugs Bunny
In a
would
way.
probably be like off screen. You know what I mean?
After Bugs Bunny gets
After
out
dark.
of doing the Disney girls, like they turn into Lindsay Lohan.
It's like they get done rapping. He walks off the stage. He's like, "Listen, I got an escort coming in 2 minutes. All right, I got to be out of here."
Yeah.
Oh.
He's Lindsay Lohan and Justin Bieber all wrapped into one character, like way before like it actually happens.
Yeah, and that shows that show business has been the same for at least the last 50 years, because this has been a stereotype even back then.
He's the wholesome character, and he's like one of the most
Raunchy,
sexual
like Bob Saget.
drug. Yeah, well, Bob Saget was like that beforehand, though.
Oh,
A lot of
that's
people
true.
Don't know that.
That's his stand up before Full House
Yeah.
was
Yeah. Wasn't like he just went on a rampage and was like, I need to get out of this image. He was like that beforehand.
Yeah, I don't know how he even got the job, honestly, because if they saw any of his shit, like
I think it's because he was still like nobody in a way.
yeah, relatively
You know what
unknown.
I mean? He was relatively
Yeah.
unknown, so it didn't really matter.
So this duck, I think
Actually, real quick, going into that, just as a side note, because like, Tim Allen, he got busted for cocaine.
Coke, yes,
Like a huge bust. It was going to be a big deal, but because
Trafficking.
he was kind of famous at. Well, I think it was one of those bullshit things where it was just so much that he did so much they just, you know what I mean? It was like the quantity. I don't know if he was actually, it's not like he was like a
no, he
drug
probably
dealer.
personally did that much coke in the 80s.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was whatever. But for his show, he wasn't allowed to do his stand up while he was on the show. It was like in the contract.
Okay.
And then because his stand up was very like raunchy, just like Bob Saget, you know what I mean? Like back in the day, like,
Right.
You had this like wholesome kind of because of his his shows, just like Bob Saget. I think Bob Saget also had a no stand up clause. I think during the filming of
So
that too.
they were putting money on that these shows were going to be massive and they were going to be known for these shows, and they did not want because you didn't have YouTube back then. So
Either they were like that in the beginning, or very shortly after they realized it was going to be huge, they renegotiated the contracts.
oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Like because they didn't want to ruin the images of these guys. Not that it would ruin them, but it would ruin it for ratings.
Yeah, and the thing, like I said, it's a
'cause people
different
would be
time
like, I don't
period
want
back then.
Yeah.
Fucking,
I mean, well, it's still kind of like that now, though. in a
yeah,
way, to a
but like
certain
with
extent.
tabloids and YouTube, you can go and research people before they got famous because they're
Yeah.
probably in different things.
Yeah, but
where
I mean, people get canceled or dropped because of this stuff on a regular basis.
oh,
still, so-
absolutely. But the things they're getting canceled for now, like when Charlie Sheen went through his shit, it was because he was Charlie Sheen. Okay. But like when Roseanne, when she got canceled this last time, this is because she went and said some like racist shit on Twitter or whatever.
She got misquoted a little bit, but I mean, it was a little. I mean, it wasn't meant to be racist, but what she said
but it
could
was
be taken
taken
as
yes.
It could be very easily taken as race. I mean, but Roseanne just says fucked up shit all the time anyway.
Yeah.
But that's people's excuse. Be like, you shouldn't be saying that. But I mean, like, it's a joke, people. Like, sometimes jokes are supposed to be fucked up.
Like the thing is, the person that she talked about happened to be a black woman. And I think Roseanne said, "Oh well, this lady looks like
but here's
a
the
mix
thing,
between a monkey and this or whatever."
No. See, even that's that's not even right. So the lady is very, very super light skinned. By the way, she's not dark at all.
But she has
and she has this really fucked up hair that looks like a fucking helmet. Like she has this like really fucked up. It looks like a helmet.
Was it Maxine Waters?
I don't remember, but she first of all, she, like I said, she looks white, so she looks like she has this helmet on, but it also looks like an ape's head because of the way her hair is from Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
She looks like whatever, looks like one of the Planet. And like, yeah, I mean, it's fucked up. She obviously was drinking a lot and taking Ambien and not knowing what the hell she was.
Right.
She probably would have said it anyway. I'm not trying to make excuses for her, but Yeah,
But the
it
fact
didn't-
that this
it
lady
didn't go over.
is
She
of
called the lady.
African descent
Yeah,
and she
exactly.
used the term
Said she looked
monkey.
like it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Roseanne's like, I thought she was Jewish, like me.
yeah, seriously. Like, I don't
She
think it was.
doesn't look very black at all.
It wasn't about color. It was about
Yeah.
she
about
could
her
have been what
hairstyle.
she looked
Yeah.
like a monkey, regardless of what her skin color was.
Yeah, well, she wasn't saying her face. She's saying her hair. She was commenting about her hair.
Right, right. But that made her
Yeah.
in turn look like a
Yeah,
monkey.
Yeah, yeah.
But
But she
people
specifically
automatically
but,
jumped on.
But she specifically said from Planet of the Apes, so it wasn't like because those monkeys are a little different.
yeah,
They don't look like regular monkeys.
no, they're like
there's a
humanoid
difference.
monkeys, kind of.
Yeah, and they have like kind of like hairstyles and what, like, you know what I mean? Like they have specific, you know what I mean? Like a
Right,
specific
right.
look to them. Yeah.
But regardless,
So,
that show
yeah.
got massive ratings. The first week and two it was out, it was the highest rated show for like 20 years, like a history.
It was still getting massive ratings. They just threw her off because they didn't want her.
And now, it's still on TV now, but it ain't doing the same
The
numbers.
ratings dropped since Roseanne left, though. Big
Yep,
time.
that's what I'm saying. It's not doing the same numbers.
No.
And
It's still
they
on. I
dropped her
think they're
because
keeping
of
it on
that
on
quote.
purpose. Yeah.
But you know what's fucked up? They killed her off. It's not like she could
Yeah.
ever come back. They fucking killed her off.
Yeah, and it's her show, and somehow she lost the rights of it somehow. I mean, it's fucking still called, or no, they changed it out to the Connors. Yeah. But it was like it's still based off characters from her show, Roseanne.
John Goodman's trying to carry the fucking weight of that train.
Yeah,
And John Goodman's too fucking good for that. If Roseanne was there, I would say, yeah, John Goodman has to be there. But if she's not there, like, what the fuck?
you know, he's old. He's playing the Hollywood game. He's collecting his paychecks, and he's gonna die probably. That's what he's doing.
Yeah,
Doing the thing.
yeah. Kind of
He's
like,
doing the movie.
the
movie
guy that we're
roles he
talking
wants
about
here
here
and
in
there.
this movie.
Yeah.
Harry has the doctor's visit. And I think they made the doctor a duck for the one joke where he's like, I'll send you my bill.
Yeah.
But the doctor tells Harry, oh, it's the big one, buddy. He's like, no, don't say it. He's like, yeah, it's the big one. You had cancer. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah. I
You
totally
get
thought he was going somewhere else because he's like, you know,
AIDS?
all those women you've been laying with, I
Yeah.
need to know your partner's history and whatnot. And I'm like, oh man, I got some fucked up like Animal Planet super fucking AIDS here, don't they? Like,
They have, nope, fucking cancer. If that's the case, dude, I would have had cancer like 20 times in my life by now.
he's like, what are you gonna? And he's like, how long do I have to live? 12 hours, maybe.
Yeah, hours.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit, it's very
Can I at least just do the show? Just don't
the show
tell
must
anyone.
go on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fucked up. So yeah, the Hindu guy's walking around. He gets his head stuck up his ass, and they're like, "Great, we just lost our act." Now the whole time, this director is trying to put on his bit, but Bletch is like, or Bletch, whatever, the walrus. He's like, "You will not perform your act on this variety show." And I remember the first time.
Do they mention what it is yet?
No.
Okay, so when he does it, it's a big surprise.
Massive.
Okay.
But this is foreshadowing
It's
when the walrus is like,
the dude singing with the top hat and the cane going down the stairs. We're talking about that
yes,
scene, right?
yes.
Okay.
But
See, I didn't realize like no one knew yet what was going on, like what his song. I thought everyone knew, and that's why they wouldn't. Well, I guess they know, but the audience doesn't know.
Right,
Like,
but
you
they also
watching-
know him
you
as a
watching,
character,
Yeah.
and that's why he's like, I will not have you on our fucking stage performing that act. So they're still looking for other acts to put in, but you know they're losing more and more all the time. Heidi, she on her jog ends up walking into a bakery and she literally eats like everything in there. I think she leaves one cake, but then she comes back and takes it to go. So all that exercise was for nothing, There's that. They cut back.
Oh yeah, her little pig out scene was kind of weird. Yeah.
Yeah, ate everything in that fucking bakery. I felt bad for the bakery owner. They cut back.
Maybe he got paid. I don't know.
Well, yeah, you know what? She is the star of the show, so she probably got some good money in her.
Mm-hmm.
they go back to Harry in bed, and he's looking worse. Like the puppet deteriorates as like a sickly puppet more and more in the movie, and it's pretty crazy. Like they add like gunk around his eyes and like snot on his nose. He looks fucking sick. And the Fly comes in, and he's like, "Oh, I told you, you know, you should have been doing this, and you could have worked with me." And you know, Harry's like, "Dude, get the fuck out of here. I want nothing to do with you." Flies away. Finally, Robert has the courage to talk to this like fluffy poodle girl, and she likes him, he likes her. Okay, great. Well, you know, fucking Trevor shows up into her dressing room, and he's like, "Hey, you know, we got to celebrate. You're going to be a big star." And basically Bill Cosby's her, put something in her champagne, and you know, yeah, well, that's what he did.
He gave her the old Quagmire roofie colada.
the old pudding pop, you know. And
the usual for you and the roofie colada for the missus. Was that the
no,
Lois?
just- yeah,
Was it
yeah.
Lois? Like in the
No, just 2 waters, thank you.
yeah. The usual for you and the roofie colada for the missus.
The usual, yeah. No, just 2 drinks, that's fine.
Oh man.
So
it's one of the old classic Family Guy jokes. It's funny, but shouldn't be funny.
No, it is. Look, dude, that's why Family Guy got so fucking popular, man. They didn't give a shit, and that's why. I mean, nowadays I haven't watched it recently, but like,
Not as good as the old stuff.
Okay.
No, it's like The Simpsons. It just kind of went down. Like some stuff's funny, but it's just the humor's off. It's not.
I think their skits are funny. Like their little flashbacks are probably still funny, but like the storyline itself probably isn't.
No,
as
a
good.
lot of the jokes just like they go on for too long. If they were shorter, they'd be funny. They like overdo it, so it makes it not funny.
You know, it's crazy. I watched Family Guy when it originally came on the air after the Super Bowl. I think it was '99, and I was a fan of it. I loved it, and it got canceled.
Yeah, they got canceled.
Yeah,
2 seasons and canceled.
and then it got picked up by Adult Swim, and people watched it so much it got re-picked up, or continued again by Fox.
Yeah,
And it's been going ever. Actually, they were canceled twice. The first time they were canceled, but they came back like a month later. Then they were canceled, and they were canceled for a few years until the Adult Swim thing, and they've been going strong to this day. But those like original like first 5 seasons have the funniest fucking skits and jokes in it of everything else. Definitely go check
That's
those
true.
out. So yeah, he slips something in her drink, and she's like kind of passing out, and he jumps on top of her, and Robert comes back in the doorway, and he sees, you know, Trevor fucking his poodle, and Trevor's like, "Oh, beat it, twerp. Don't you see we're busy?" And Robert doesn't see that she's on drugs or something. He's like, "How dare you?" Fucking tool bag. He runs off. He's upset. Heidi is on stage, and she's performing, or she's practicing one of her skits, but she goes to sit on a swing or a stage set, and she breaks it because she gained too much weight, and the Fox calls her a fat piece of shit. She runs away crying. I mean, that's her whole skit. She's a fucking drama queen. The Fox says, "We have no other choice. We have to do my scene." And it cuts. So we still don't know what his scene is, but we'll get there. Heidi goes to complain to Bletch. As she's talking, she looks down under the desk, and she sees tail moving. No, sorry. She goes and complains to Bletch. As she walks out, they have the business meeting for the drug deal. The carrier of the drugs wanted his money and wanted to go, and Bletch was like, "Well, no, you should really, we should test this before you go." So they bring in the guy with the fucking long nose, and they pour him a line, and he fucking snorts it like a vacuum, like a shop vac, just, and he starts foaming at the mouth, and he dies. And Bletch automatically knows, the guy was trying to give him some Ajax, or I think he said Ajax, but it could have been any kind of, I don't know, whatever they gave him. So they have to dispatch of the drug courier, and they pretty much just open his mouth and dump all these drugs in his mouth, and he fucking keels over. So yeah, a lot of murder. Actually, he melts, but yeah, a lot of murder and a lot of death in this movie.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
So basically, we're heading into the third act. It's not a clear first, second, third act because so much stuff melds into each other. But you know, Bletch goes to Heidi's room. She tries to hit on him. He's like, "Oh, not now. I'm busy. I got things on my mind. This and that." They do an outside drug deal where they end up getting like a car chase and like a shootout. It was like a setup. You know, all that's like not even secondary. It's like third and fourth. But the one cool thing is while they're driving, one of the traps that was tried to be set was like this giant fucking spider that drops down. And it's all an animatronic puppet. So that's pretty cool. Matter of fact, they're driving away in a getaway car, and it shows that this spider is big enough to like hold the car up, like suspend it. So, like I said,
Yeah.
for a budget of $750,000, they really did. Maybe they worked with miniatures. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how that scene was filmed. I think it was miniatures.
Okay.
Like, but I'm not 100% sure.
If it was
Yeah.
done
It was pretty
very
good.
well
Yeah,
with
pretty good.
miniatures. So they cut back to the theater, and there's a crowd. So they are right next to showtime. Everybody's nervous. No one really accomplished anything, throughout the day. They go see Harry, and he's like on death's door, but he's like, "I'm going to perform. Like, that's it. Straight up. You're not going to stop me." But like, he's barely moving. It's just, I don't know how he's going to do it. So basically, they have the same thing from the beginning. They do the song, Meet the Feebles, blah, blah, blah.
So this is where I actually really started to enjoy the movie a little bit.
Yeah.
Because this is where all the chaos happens. I mean, it still wasn't the greatest, but this is where I had my most enjoyment.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, the lizard guy goes up to Trevor. He's like, "Look, I'm not going on stage unless I get my." So Trevor finally gives him some junk. He goes in the bathroom, ties a belt around his arm, puts the needle in, and immediately nods out. Like,
All right. Besides that, did we, like, in the beginning? Like I said, I was doing research on this while we were doing this, so I was like listening to some things and a little better. I have attention issues, but you know what I mean, picking things up. But did you talk about it all when they were doing the one practicing with the lizard guy, and he ends up killing
no,
the person?
I did
I
skip.
didn't think so.
I did
All
skip
right.
over that.
But I was just like, so like I'm seeing him nod out, and I'm like, oh fuck, this is fucked up, because in practice he like killed his assistant. Oh, like
his whole gimmick is he's a knife
throwing
thrower,
knives, yeah,
and he put an
spinning
assistant on the
wheel.
spinning
Yeah.
wheel, yeah. And he actually
he hits the
fucking-
first one. I think it's the first two good.
two, yep.
And then it's like right dead center in her stomach, and she's dead. And he's like, the director guy's like, oh shit or whatever. He's like, all right, next, like,
Yep.
cut, like
like,
it's like,
not
you
even
all right,
a big
next
deal.
person. Yeah. It's just like, fuck it. All right, just whatever. It's gonna be like, feed this body to the fucking animal down in the basement probably, and let's get someone else in there for him to throw knives at. Like, oh Christ. Just
Yeah,
shows the tone of this movie. Like,
They just basically need like a stunt body, if you will.
mhm.
So basically the show's going a little off the rails, and the fox is like, "Look, we got to do my fucking thing." And the walrus Bletch is like, "Listen, you'll do it, but you cannot go overboard." The fox is just like, "Yes, I got it." Like, he probably didn't hear that second part, "Don't go overboard," but he, definitely he's ready to go. You see Harry trying to put makeup on, covering sores and goop and stuff, and it's just not working, man. He looks like shit.
Harry is looking more and more like he's got infected pus bubbles on his face, like straight out of like like a horror movie plague type thing, kind of like Slither when
Oh yeah.
the dude's like all fucked up and he's turning into the monster and he's like getting all these like pus bubbles and blisters and then turns into that slothiness.
Yeah.
Merle from The Walking Dead, but I can't think of his goddamn and Henry. I can't think of his goddamn name. Why am I
Oh,
blanking on his name?
the
right
actor?
now? Yeah, the actor.
Oh, is
Yeah,
it
see?
Higgins or
No.
Oh, he was from Henry from oh god damn it.
That's what I'm saying. Like why are we blanking on his
Michael
name?
Rooker.
Yeah, Michael Rooker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rooker. Yeah.
Rooker.
Yeah. Yeah, his character in Slither, he gets like the same. He looks very similar.
Yeah.
At one point in time, it's just all it's like oozing out and stuff, and like you say, he's trying to cover it up. It's fucked up.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Fucked up puzzle. Fucked up puppet.
Robert is watching Heidi from the side curtain, and Lucille, the poodle, comes up, and she's like, "Oh, it was all a mistake. He drugged me, and this and that." And so, like, they're cool, just like that. Whatever, no big deal. I don't know how, like, he went from being like super angry, and then she was like, "Hey, no, it wasn't like that," and he's like, "Oh, okay, cool." Bletch gets the note to go to his office because Heidi just got done performing, and she's in there waiting for him, and she pretty much is like laying on the couch, and she's like, "Take me," and she disrobes, and she's wearing like the see-through lingerie. You see like big hippo tits.
So weird, so fucking weird. Naked puppets in lingerie, like.
Well, yeah, but nowadays there's a group for this. I mean.
No, I think this even goes past the group, though.
Really?
Yeah, to a certain extent, because this is like they're showing anatomy. I don't think the furries, they show anatomy. They're just in furry suits.
Okay, all right, yeah.
And they have the trap doors and stuff. Like,
yeah.
I don't think the furries have like boobs on the outside of them. And
yeah, the actual animal looks more like an animal, not like juicy big old fucking booty and tits on a fucking squirrel or nothing.
Yeah,
it's like it's a mascot
weird.
costume kind of.
Not that furries are weird. They're not.
No,
yeah, they're
no.
weird too. They're weird too, but yeah.
I know what you're saying. Not like this.
It's like it's like extra weird.
But she tries to advance on Bletch, and finally, I guess he just had enough of her shit, and he's like, "No, I can't fuck you, and I'm tired of you, and get the fuck out of here." Kicks her out of the office. She's half naked.
You're old and fat. You're not young anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He just goes. He tells her she's old and fat. She's not young anymore. Just goes off on her.
Yep. And like kicks her out of the office like half naked. There's like people in the fucking hallway.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much naked.
yeah. Naked
just
enough.
Underwear and fucking stockings on and a garter belt. That's it.
Yep. So they cut to the stage.
All right, hold on, real quick before we cut to the stage. Now, when he kicks her out, does she have a mental break there, or are there actual people laughing at her? That's what I was confused about.
That I don't. I feel like it's
because
a mental break.
they're all blue and they almost look like they're sitting in like bleacher seating, but then you look around her and there's nothing out there. So I think she's having a mental break.
That's what I think because
it plays into the ending. I think that's
right.
Why I'm bringing
Every
it
one
up.
of the actors, not the director and stuff, but the actors all look up to her because she is the star. She's a good singer, and you know what? So I don't think they would be laughing at her in that moment. I think it's
but
in her head
they are, though, at least.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like a mental break. She's snapping right now.
Yeah. And very important to the scene that moment is when she's, fucking, that's it, man. Game over.
Mm-hmm.
So
game over, man.
Uh-huh.
Game over.
So fucking Bletch goes back on his balcony seat. The carrot comes up on stage. The top pops. And this is the absolute worst that Harry looks. He slowly rises from the top of the carrot. His eyes are bloodshot. He's got open sores and pus all over his face.
That's great.
And he's like, ta-da! Just fucking keels over. Like, that's it. But we're not done with him yet. So,
there's a cut between this part? Okay.
Oh, yeah, no. There's something after Harry's not done yet.
I thought it was all one. I thought he already popped up in the carrot. Like, never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, he popped up, and they're like, okay, so the show is really going to shit. They got a couple scenes of, the hippo. She's looking at pictures of Bletch, and she's like, what am I going to do? And blah, blah, blah. The elephant's on stage trying to perform, but, like, the chicken interrupts him with the carriage, and, like, what name did we give the chicken elephant baby? The ticket. You said it earlier.
Chickafant.
Chickafant. Yeah, the chickafant. Yep. Chickafant. I gotta remember that. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Heidi runs into the Siamese cat in the back, and like she knows the fucking jig is up, and the cat is like, I told you, and fucking just wails on her. Cuts to the lizard. He is finally awake from his drugged out fucking nodding out stupor, but he's on stage, he's got the knives, and they found the replacement. It's Robert. Robert's not strapped to the board, but he's standing in front of the wheel, and you can see the lizard's eyes are like all fucking in and out, and he can barely see what's going on.
He's wobbling. He's ready to fucking pass out like in mid. Yeah, at any moment.
But he's throwing the knives, and he actually completes the skit. He's like, there you go. I'm done. Oh, okay.
No,
the last time. He killed somebody in practice.
Yeah, I know, but this time he throws him at him. He throws one, and then he freaks out and runs away, and he keeps throwing them.
Because the one knife bounces off. Yeah, so Robert...
he doesn't really complete the skip because he runs, like the guy runs away, but he keeps throwing them.
Yeah.
And then
That's
the one
why Robert
slips out
didn't
of his
get hit.
Yeah, then he slips, and then thing slips out of his hand and goes up in the air and comes
straight down.
Yeah.
It's funny because he's throwing forward, but he threw one.
But it's when he goes to throw his hand back, it goes straight up in the air because that motion of
as you lift up,
and it goes straight up because it's like a showy thing, so it has to go way up in the air and then forward. You know what I mean, like the arm. Yeah,
not quite slow mo, but like you could see as he goes up, like he loses control. The knife's in the air for a couple seconds,
and he's too fucked up to realize where the knife went.
Yeah, because he kind of like looks around, and then like it literally splits like on top of his head, through his mouth, just boom, fucking. He was like my favorite character. I'm sorry.
Well, the audience thought it was part of the thing the whole time because they were clapping as he was running away, and he kept just missing them.
Yep. Poor little bugger. So they cut back to Harry in his bed, and he gets a phone call from the doctor, and the doctor's like, "Oh, there seems to be some kind of mix-up. You're fine. You just have the cold. Stay in bed for a few days and get liquid." It's like, yo, dude, this guy was like
you had like the rabbit pox or something you call it or whatever.
Yeah, but he was on like death's door, like literally looking like he was about to die.
Yeah.
And then
no, see, I missed it. So when he popped out of the carrot, he threw up everywhere. Did you talk about that? Did I miss that and I zone out?
No, I think I did mention, after he popped up, he was like, ta-da, and he threw up, and the carrot went up.
Oh yeah, but it was like this huge scene about it, though. That's what I was going to talk about. And then I thought I was like, wait a minute, no, that must come later. That there was something in between this happening.
Yeah, no,
you didn't make like a big deal about it. That's why I didn't.
Yeah,
it.
I might have. I might not.
Reading.
I might not. No, I might not have said it. I do remember, like he.
Yeah, I don't think you said anything
out.
about it. Yeah, he like vomits everywhere.
Basically,
like,
they put a hose up his ass and out on the fucking.
And like they make this whole big drawn out deal about it. Then other people start vomiting. I think like there's this whole like fucked up, destroys the whole act of that skit.
Yeah,
and he throws up worse than like in Stand By Me with the fucking Boom Baba like story and the pie eating. Yeah. It's like worse, like vomit's like worse than that.
Oh, I totally forgot about that scene. As soon as you said "Stand by Me," I fucking remembered it.
Boom, ba ba boom, as the fat guy's walking. Okay, so I had to cut in here and add this to it because Gray forgot something during the review, you'll hear me actually bring it up for a split second. But I was reading other stuff online, trying to figure some crazy conspiracy theory we had about this movie, and was just kind of zoning out. And he was doing his thing, and then he just got right in on it and missed just major plot points. So our main character, she is down on her luck. Everything's going horrible for her. She found out, we talked about how she found her boyfriend cheating with the cat. And so now she goes into his office and she sees this big giant M60. Now, if you don't know what an M60 is, it's a gun Rambo. You see him like the big light machine gun from his old movies. It's like a Vietnam War machine gun. They don't use them anymore. They have different guns now. But anyway, she has this gun. She has it she's sitting at his desk. It's all set up. She has a string on it, and it's pointed at her mouth, and she's trying to pull it, trying to kill herself. Now, the cat that she hates, that's sleeping with her boyfriend, she opens the door and comes in. She's like, oh shit. And she just sits there quiet because it's really dark in the room. She hopes no one notices anything. And the cat walks in. She's looking for something. She's like, oh, there it is. She's about to walk out. She's about to leave. She's like, oh, by the way, she goes, it would help if you turn the safety off. And she's like, all right, I'll see you later. It basically says this fucked up line. And you're like, holy shit, that is cold. It's really cold. She's trying to kill herself basically right now. So she gets infuriated and then just spins the gun around. And I think the cat says some more shit to her. I mean, we're going by weeks later now since we recorded this. I don't 100% remember. I should have gone back and looked through it, but says some more shit to her, and then all of a sudden she turns the gun and she clicks off the safety and just blows her away. Just like unloads a good, I don't know, like 20 or so rounds in her. Just obliterates her, and that's when she goes out in the hallway and she sees the rabbit guy, and he's just getting the news that he's okay, and she guns him down and just starts her rampage. So that about covers that. So I'm going to cut back into this. Jackson wants to say hi, and we're going to cut back into Gray's story.
So
Fucking
Harry,
great movie.
Harry is excited that he got this good news that he's not going to die. Like, yeah, he's sick, but he's going to survive. And he goes out into the hallway, and he's like, hey, I'm going to make it. I'm going to live. And then you just hear the machine gun clattering. Someone's back. It's the hippo, Heidi. And she has, as you said earlier, an M16.
No, M60.
Oh, M60. And then she has what's the belt called, like with all the ammo?
It's just a belt. It's the M60's belt fed.
Okay, so just belt fed. I thought they had a certain name, like like magazines, clips, round, the drum, like for a Tommy gun.
Yeah, no, it's just belt fed because
okay, so it's just called a belt.
Yeah,
a belt of ammo. Okay. Yeah. I never knew that. I thought it had like a real name.
No. It's just belt. It's a belt fed machine gun.
Okay. So we are at the climax of the show because somehow the show is still going on after.
Did Misty talk about the suicide scene? Wow, I'm like spacing out. I'm not even tired. What the fuck is going on with me?
Hold on. Well, we make it. Heidi kills him after he finds out he's gonna live. He's excited. He gets out of bed. He's in the hallway, and she shoots him down. They cut back to the stage, and somehow the show is still going on with all this crazy shit. And Bletch sees the stage, and he just says he wouldn't dare. And this is where you see the Fox's musical scene that he's been trying to get in the show all day. Meanwhile, though, while this song is playing and this is going on, they're cutting to Heidi, who's just mowing down people in the backstage area, just killing anyone she comes across. So I do want to say that's happening while this is happening, but the reason they didn't want this stage show to go on is this Fox is like, I guess, this super flamboyant gay guy, and he wants to sing his song about how great it is to be gay. I wish I could find the lyrics written out.
I just remember it as the sodomy song.
Yeah, a lot
I
of
don't really
pelvic
remember any of the
thrusting.
lyrics, but yeah.
Yeah, a lot of pelvic thrusting. At the end of it, he just screams like sodomy.
Yeah, something like you'll be doing it in the butt or taking it in the butt or something, I think, at one point in time.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
It's-
watch
it's
the
pretty-
movie for
it's
this
pretty-
one.
It's pretty graphic.
Yeah, and it's being sang by a puppet, so I mean that just makes it even better.
Well, while he's dressed in like this white, sparkly top hat, fancy, and he's like dancing like like a typical old timey movie, like on the stairs doing his like act with the cane and everything. Like
Yeah.
it's this whole. It's like
Yeah.
that scene in that Mel Brooks movie where they do like the dance,
like Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles at the end,
Uh-huh.
where they get in the bar fight. They're doing that dance number like on the stairs, and all the guys are in top hats. Or like Family Guy in the beginning. It's like a rip on that.
Yeah, just a very
Yeah.
theatrical, showy kind of show. And
He has backup singers kind of in these clouds or off to the side, but that he's the only one dancing on the staircase.
yeah, and there's no audience reaction like when he's done.
No.
Like, it's
He's
fucking
expecting this huge applause, and there's like nothing going on.
dead fucking silence. So it's time for them to close out the show, and they close out with the same song that they open with. Everybody's on the stage. Meet the Feebles, and then Heidi just comes out of one of these backgrounds, like bursts through a background with the gun already shooting. Now, with that information you told me earlier in the trivia part, and watching this, it's terrifying because there was people behind those cameras because there's moving camera shots.
Well,
How did?
so obviously you can't take shots too literal. You know what I mean? Like when you get like on a certain angle, it looks like you're in front of the person, but you're really like way off to the side.
Right. Yeah.
It's still not safe per se. You know what I mean? But I'm sure they had like, a trained person shooting that gun. It wasn't like
Dressed
the
up as a
actor.
giant hippo, though.
Yeah, it wasn't the actor fucking, it was a guy that played her anyway. Like
Right.
I'm sure it was voiced by someone else, but like maybe not, and maybe he just tried to talk like a girly voice. I don't know, but I don't think they just threw anyone behind there. And you can play tricks with the camera angles and make it look more dead on than it really was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She swings out of the stage on like this moon. It's tied to ropes. She swings out. She's shooting. And Blatch is like, Jesus Christ, because she's firing the entire time. And
Yeah, she actually runs out of ammo multiple times throughout the scene. You can see the belt go all the way through, which makes sense because if they were shooting real bullets, like they said, you know what I mean? They didn't have
it would
any
actually
blanks.
feed through.
Yeah, you can see it feed through and run out, and they don't necessarily show
Her reload.
the muzzle. No, well, they don't show any reloading, but they don't show the muzzle in certain scenes, in certain cuts.
Okay.
So you don't see the muzzle flash. You see her shaking the gun like she's still shooting, and you hear noise.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then they'll cut to another scene, and whether that was filmed first or later, and now the gun's reloaded because the belt is like in it's actually there in a different position with bullets in it. It's
Right.
funny. It's like a movie goof.
Yeah. So like certain
Yeah.
scenes,
Mhm.
they actually were shooting a real gun, but a
Yeah.
lot of them they just kind of like filled in with the movie secrets, if you will.
Yeah.
Um.
Movie magic.
Yeah, basically just your movie magic. But they're cutting the scenes of like puppets' heads exploding. Like, so you'll see her shooting, and then they jump to a scene of a puppet, and then all of a sudden just like blood and guts, just boom. And then you see her shooting, and you see people running from the audience, and it's pure fucking chaos, dude.
Yeah, she even mows the audience down.
Oh yeah,
She
camera
starts shooting at the
operators
audience,
out in the crowd. I mean, she goes crazy. Now Bletch is in his private balcony, still above everybody. You know, the Fox guy, he's hiding behind a curtain. You know, Robert, he's still like tucked away. You know, but basically anyone that was on that stage is getting shot. I feel bad for some of them because not all these characters were bad. You know, like the elephant guy.
Majority of them weren't bad. Well, at least the elephant guy lives.
Yeah.
He got shot in the kneecaps and he ends up living. But yeah, it's a pretty brutal scene.
Yeah.
He's running back to get his baby, but the chicken gets her face.
Yeah, the
like,
chicken tries
head cut off, and then the body's running around as a joke. You know, chicken with the head cut off.
Yeah.
It's like running around without the head for a little. And then like he goes over to get the baby, and he smushes her fucking head because he's a heavy elephant.
Yeah, he couldn't really see or wasn't paying attention.
I thought that was kind of funny, but
yeah, the blood, her blood is squirting on the baby as it's crying and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude, this fucking movie took a turn for the dark, you know, real quick. I mean, it was dark the whole movie.
I don't think it took a turn for the dark. It took a turn to the gory.
Yeah, gory. That's fair. It's been dark the whole time.
It's been dark the whole fucking time. If anything, this is the lightest part of the movie. Like, just animals getting shot by a fucking hippo with an M60 is the lightest part of the movie, if that has anything to say about this movie.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
As dark it is, it's like the only light side.
Yeah. Oh.
Or I guess besides like the fucking ending and the very
the sappiness and stuff. Basically they show the fox is hiding in the carrot, and
I was wondering if you're gonna mention this.
Yeah, well, because she's like she's shooting all this random stuff, and like it looks like fires are starting to start, you know, things like that. And as he's hiding in the carrot, I guess she shoots the back end, and it turns into like a rocket and like slides across the stage.
Well, when they had the carrot on the set for the rabbit Harry, it has this little like canister on it that propels it in the air, even though it's on ropes.
Right.
So like that I don't know if it gets shot or it gets set off by whatever, but it sends a carrot flying across the stage and smashes, and then there's like I don't know if it's like an explosion, maybe it hits something or whatever, but I'm assuming whoever was in it died.
Yeah, that's probably what was inferred, is whoever is in that thing is no longer.
Or got seriously fucked up, one or the other.
Yeah. The poodle, Lucille, is on the stage, and Heidi turns around. She puts her in her sights, but Robert swings like Tarzan with a stage rope and scoops her up and saves her. So Robert and Lucille live, and they are the couple of the movie. So like it is like a happy ending for them, at least. You know,
she would let them go, but she does try to kill them.
She does.
Like they're in love.
Yeah, you would think the right thing of the movie would be for her to make that decision, but this shows like how crazy she went.
Mm-hmm.
So then Bletch yells out to Heidi, and he's like, you know, look, put the gun down, man. You got to just stop. And she waits a second or two, and then she just walks towards him shooting this gun, like walking, shooting, hitting him like Tony Montana, like 50, 60 times, maybe even more. And he's getting lit up, and he falls from the balcony, basically like Tony Montana, but there was no fountain down there, you know, flips out and lands on the stage, breaking his neck. Just head first. Boom. And, you know, she looks over him. He's kind of struggling. He's gasping for air. He's like begging with her not to shoot him. And she's crying and shaking. It looks like she's not going to do it. You know, he's like, I love you. And she puts the gun down. And I guess kind of like snaps out of it for a second, right? But then she gets shot. I don't know. I don't think it was a fatal shot, but it was Trevor, and he shot her in the arm. Yeah, the rat. And then as soon as she gets shot, Bletch is like, finish her, Trevor.
He's like, kill this bitch or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Then Robert swings from the fucking rope, hits Trevor, fucking knocks him over. Enough time for Heidi to pick up her gun and blasts the ever-loving shit out of this rat. That had to have been fun.
Yeah, he definitely deserved it.
Yeah, he was the most deserving.
He seemed to stir a lot of the shit that happens in this movie up.
Yeah, fuck him. He's not my favorite.
That's why he's a rat.
Bletch somehow gets to his feet, and Heidi turns around, and all of a sudden the barrel of the gun is in his mouth. And
yeah, I
he
think
just-
he like stumbled or something, and it just kind of like his mouth went right over the gun. Like, as
Yeah.
he turned. It was weird. Yeah,
and he goes, shit.
yeah.
And then they do this awesome scene or this angle where the camera is above his head and you see her on the ground with the gun in the mouth, and she just lets fucking 10 rounds go, and every one of them you see go through his brain and all this
you
matter.
see like just blood, like, you know, the squibs going off and the blood splatter going off the back of the head. Yeah, it's a pretty cool shot. It's
Yeah.
a good one.
Heidi gets up. She assesses the damage. She's been shot, and then she sees the worm. The worm is like the old kind man of the movie, and I really don't think, you know, if something were to happen to him, I would have been pissed because he didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
But you know, he's like, Miss Heidi, you know, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to let you go. Like, basically, he just told her, hey, you know, I gotta fire you. And she's like, you know, can you do one more thing for me? And he's like, yeah, sure, anything. And
Just die.
she's basically like, just play me out. And he's like,
Yeah, she's like,
Yeah.
can you play my, like, this song or whatever it was called? Like, I guess it's like her main song, probably.
yeah, her main number, if you will,
Yeah.
whatever she's known for. And it starts to play, and you start getting a little bit of the fading as she's like walking on the stage. She's not dancing, but you know, she's walking around the stage. But then we get the happy ending credits, if you will. Well, before the credits, where it shows, like, you know, the worm and oh fuck, Arthur. I'm sorry, I forget his name. I don't know why I can't remember his name, but yeah, Arthur the worm. He survived. I'm trying to go through these notes quickly. Then they have the elephant. Following extensive operations on his kneecap, he purchased a small orchard, and he now lives as a horticulturist with his son Seymour. That's what the baby's name was, Seymour. Fuck. Yeah, Arthur got a lifelong service at the theater. He retired, so I guess he got pension. That was his whole thing. Sebastian the Fox, the gay guy, achieved worldwide fame for his bestseller, The Feeble Variety Massacre, one man's act of heroism. So I guess he told the story as if he saved the day, even though he hid in the carrot. So I guess he did survive.
Oh, he was the one that hid in the carrot. Okay.
Yeah. And then Robert and Lucille, you know, they got married. They had kids. I mean, what the fuck?
They had
Obviously.
2 kids. They married. Yeah. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. And Heidi lost a
This
good amount of
bitch.
weight, and she got a job at a oh wait, she did 10 years in jail. And then she
And-
lost a bunch of weight, and she got a job at a checkout clerk at a grocery store.
As under a new identity.
Yes, they changed her
Like,
identity.
witness protection kind of new. That bitch should have fried after mass murdering all those innocent people. Do 10 years and get rehabilitated and be able to live under a new identity. Fuck that.
Seriously.
Capital punishment. Capital punishment.
Yo, not even just
I was
her-
actually very pissed when I read that.
Yeah, because she was
was
the one who
very
deserved
pissed.
it the most.
Yeah.
I know it sucks that she went through what she went through, but the thing is, she went through
Well,
a personal
she's-
experience with one
she's-
person.
yeah.
She could have killed that one person, maybe the cat, you know, and then whatever. She killed the audience members. She killed her co-stars and actors and extras. I mean, she should have fucking died.
Mm-hmm.
And then Harry the rabbit, he finally gets this good news that he's not dying. And he goes to celebrate, and she's the fucking, he's the first person that dies from her. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
it is what it is. But that is Meet the Feebles.
Gorelee Girl to GrindHaus. GrindHaus, do you copy? The date is Sunday, April 26, 2020. Time unknown.
This is Gorelee Girl on episode 10 of GrindHaus on 42nd Street. I've received some news about this day. Some news that's out of this world. Mother has awakened me, and I'm delivering a message for the kill of the week. So if you didn't know, today is an important day in the Alien universe. Alien Day is an annual promotional event dedicated to the Alien franchise. I'm not talking about the Mars Attacks Cat Cax or ALF. I'm talking about the xenomorph species and the 1979 science fiction horror film, Alien. Isn't it crazy how Ripley was right about quarantine? We can all relate to it today. While we're all in social distancing, fans around the universe are celebrating, including us at GrindHaus on 42nd Street, featuring it in Gore's Kill of the Week. The iconic chestburster scene happens in almost an hour of the movie. After having an unknown creature attached to his face for days, Kane finally sits down to a meal with the crew members. Everything seems well until he starts convulsing, and you clearly see he's in some pain. The crew turn him around and lay him on the table, holding him down, trying to contain him. There's a lot of panic and screaming when blood seems to spit out quickly from Kane's chest, and it splatters at the members. Everyone's confused, and Kane's shirt is stained red, but it's intact. Moments later, you hear a rupture, some bones breaking, and hands fly to the sky as we now are introduced to the screeching of a facehugger. It's cradled by Kane's chest and nested in the bloodied shirt before it senses the human presence. It shatters while the crew watches in awe and terror before it scurries out of the body and off the dinner table. This scene remains one of the most shocking and famous of all time. This is Gorelee Girl on GrindHaus on 42nd Street with Gore's Kill of the Week. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and our Patreon page for more of the gore. Over and out.
And it's a crazy ride. The story is very generic. If you were to put humans in that position trying to do some sort of variety show, but they all had their own problems, like, it would be okay.
I actually could totally picture this movie being like filled with hipsters and being directed by Eli Roth and being amazing.
So you would get rid of the first. I know you said it a few times already. What did you think of the movie?
It's a pile of hot garbage.
Okay.
But I also had a hard time wrapping my brain around watching this with puppets too. And like just like some of the way the characters were. I think if you humanized them and just tweaked the script just a tiny bit to make it like with the human like whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Humanize it. I think it's fucked up and may in the right hands and rewritten a little bit, it's fucked up enough and could be funny enough where I think it could be awesome. Which is what I think some people do see the awesomeness already in it, and they like it that it's fucked up with the puppets and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just honestly had a hard time getting past the puppets and just some of the. I don't think it's written the best to a certain extent, and like you said, a lot of the jokes.
That's my big gripe.
They go over a little. That's what I'm saying. It needs to be tweaked a little bit, and I think if you cast it right and then it's directed by the right person, I think the story though could be awesome.
And I love
because of how funny and zany it could be. Sorry.
Right. No, it's good.
Yeah.
I love the movie as a nostalgic. It brings me back to a better time in life and this and that. But I would be lying to you if I said it held up fine, because it doesn't. Basically, this was, like I said earlier, Sausage Party before Sausage Party. Let's make this animated kids-looking movie with dirty, raunchy jokes. And the jokes weren't that funny, but because these animated creatures were doing it, it's so wild and zany, and I feel like that's what this movie was relying on. Like, the jokes aren't that good, the story's not that good, but it's puppets doing it, so it should be funny, and I get it, but it could have been a fucking classic with just minor tweaking of the story, not so generic storytelling like, oh, well, the good guys live at the end and then the bad guys die. And then, like...
Or maybe if it was animated and made a little easier to follow and still had, like, the animals, but it was just animated.
Do you think
maybe
it worked like, good as a cartoon?
Yeah, like a movie, though. Not, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Maybe if Matt Stone and Trey Parker did it.
Oh, if they remade this
You know
would
what I mean? Like if they can remake that as like a cartoon and just make it a little easier to follow and tweak it a little bit, I think it could be really funny. But also like the idea of like the dark humor of like Eli Roth and the blood and stuff of him writing it, because I think he's a good writer.
yeah.
I think he's a good director. Like if he rewrote that and would not humanize it and killed a bunch of hipsters, I'd be totally down for it.
And you know who else I think would do good with this would be Edgar Wright, the guy who did Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. I think he would
I
definitely.
don't know if he fits right though. I'm not sure.
I think with his sense of his style and his sense of writing ability, he would make the movie at least more coherent. That it wouldn't matter who the
I
cast
feel like
was.
he would actually maybe turn it into a musical, and I would hate it.
You think he would do full blown musical?
Yeah, or maybe like more of it into a musical, like maybe more numbers.
All right, so but let's say
he's
he
very
doesn't.
music oriented. I'm just saying, like he's very.
He is. But let's say he doesn't go that route, and he does like a faithful reimagining of the movie.
Yeah, but even before that, I still don't. I don't know. I don't think he can. I don't think he's right for it.
I think
just
I
my
think
opinion.
he would.
Though. Just my opinion.
No, I know, because I think
Yeah.
one of his inspirations growing up was Peter Jackson, and I think he would respect the material enough that he would at least acknowledge what problems those early movies had. And honestly, by the time Dead Alive came out, I think Peter Jackson realized the mistakes that he was making.
Yeah.
Because that movie lands a lot better with comedy and gore and horror. Like, all of that works. And the shockingness, the shock value. Like, he learned from these.
I mean, that movie still has its mistakes. It has its little slow movements sometimes.
Sure.
You know, it's not perfect, but it's definitely his best movie of like the three originals.
Yeah, like of this era of Peter Jackson. Like, don't include the new stuff. Just talk about this. But if you did toss in the Frighteners, you would think that would be his best?
I don't know, honestly.
Yeah.
It still might be Dead Alive. It's a tough call. Obviously, production wise and look and all the nines, like
it's
the Frighteners
polished.
It's way more polished and better. Michael J.
Right.
Fox is phenomenal in it. There are other actors and actresses, and like the characters are good. But as like just an overall movie, still, just the zany story, the practical effects, and the dark comedy. Even the Frighteners does have some funniness to it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. I don't. If memory serves me correct, the ending's not as good as. I remember the ending not being that good in the Frighteners.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I haven't seen it in a long time, and my brain's scattered sometimes.
Is that something that would be worth covering here at some point?
I think it might be, honestly.
Okay.
But I would actually rather you watch that first and see what you think, and whether you think it should be a short.
Not in a review aspect, but of an actual just like how you and me always recommend stuff.
I would like you to watch it and see if you think it's worth a full breakdown, or if it's just worth like us doing like say a 15-minute review of it or something.
Or if we were doing a live stream at some point and we just wanted to talk about that at one point. Yeah. That's fair.
Maybe just a live stream and talk about the synopsis of it, go over the movie. Maybe it's 10 minutes, maybe it's 40 minutes, but it's not like a 2 or 3 hour breakdown.
Right.
Like 2 episodes.
Well,
I think it might be, from my memory, I think it is. But like I said, I could be wrong. But I would like you to watch it, and maybe we'll feature it as one of our movies we break down.
Okay. And
because I think Evil Dead obviously is definitely one. I think.
Oh yeah.
I'm still half and half on Bad Taste. As iconic as that is, I don't know if it's worth like a full 3 hour breakdown, because it is pretty bad in a lot of ways, but it's still like fun.
Yeah,
and great.
I think
I'm torn.
I think we could talk about it when we do the Brain Dead Dead Alive movie.
I feel like we could probably do like a really nice half hour on that movie, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe a little more. Maybe, and it's somewhere between 20 minutes and an hour. I think would be really good for that movie.
Well, and we also talked at one point, eventually here soon, we're going to start doing a little bit more video production stuff. And we have like concepts for like verses where we pick a certain thing, and then we're going to feature like actors of the week or, certain people that we want to cover, and we can do this on video. So a lot of these subjects also could be covered in one of those videos.
Yeah.
We might bring up the Frighteners. It might end up being a 30-minute long episode. We'll see when we get there. But I do want to watch it with fresh eyes. Like I said, I remember it being okay, but I was expecting more because the movie poster I thought was so cool. But I'm older now. This was like 20 some years ago, so I might actually enjoy it. What? Not as what this movie could have been, but what this movie is. What do you rate it?
It's so tough. Like, I want to give it like a terrible score, but it does have a couple fun scenes. The ending's kind of cool, to a certain extent, but it's hard getting there. I'll give it a 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. That's your lowest score yet.
Yeah. I was very tempted on giving it a 2. Actually, I can't make up my mind, so I gave it the benefit of the doubt for Gore's sake.
The redeeming qualities of the movie are very redeeming.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's not a terribly shot movie. It has pretty good effects. It's just like this. There's too many what ifs, or if I could change this for this movie for me to give it a good score.
Yeah, that's fair.
And it was very hard to sit there and watch it now. Like I said, maybe if I was stoned and
with a group of people
20 years younger, I would like this a little more, but trying to watch it now and with the bad quality copy that I had.
Yeah.
It was
and like you said this in previous episodes, like certain movies, it's better to sit down with like a group of friends,
a group of people,
and enjoy it that way, which might have changed your experience with it.
But like I said, it's also not in my wheelhouse. Like I said,
Right.
I'm not one of those people that like Labyrinth, Dark Crystal, Never Ending Story, those type of movies.
But I mean, the only thing I would compare that to is because of the puppets and the costumes. But I wouldn't compare that movie to those, especially in the
but I'm
groups
just
that
saying,
they're
like
in.
it's in that like nostalgia /
Yeah,
puppety type movies. You know what I mean? Like,
the nostalgia is definitely there for it.
but they're also very puppet heavy movies to a certain extent. It's just not.
Oh yeah,
not my thing.
I still feel confident in giving this movie a 6, better than average, and the reason being is because I can catch myself watching this movie, not like every year, but I mean, before this, I watched it like maybe 3 years ago, with a couple friends, and like we laughed at certain parts, but obviously we were talking during the boring parts, and having to sit through it on your own definitely makes you see things a little differently. But if you're with a group of friends or you're just interested, would I recommend it? I would. Absolutely.
I'm gonna give it a 2.5. I'm gonna change.
Nah.
I can't decide on a 2 or 3, so I'm giving it a 2.5.
Okay, real quick before we go, what would make this a 5 in your opinion? Like the one thing that would make it a 5 automatically right out?
Nothing.
Really?
Yeah, nothing.
What if it was an animated film?
I would still not like it.
Yeah, I don't think I'd like it.
I would
if it was
have to
animated.
change too much. There's not one thing you could change
to bring it
I'd
up
have to
that
change
high.
Way too much. Yeah.
That's fair. I would want to see more puppet nudity. I want to see more hippo
puppet nudity for you, and then you'd bring it down to a 5.
Nah, bring it up to a 10. What are you talking about? That's what makes the movie better. Fucking hardcore nudity. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if this crazy movie sounded like something you'd be interested in, it's not hard to find. Maybe a physical copy, but you can watch it on Tubi. I'm sure you find it anywhere else. You know, do your little searches, and let us know what you think. We had Gore's Kill of the Week. We appreciate her bringing up the Alien series. Also because, you know, Wolfman's been playing the new Predator game, which he's live streaming. Check that out over on Facebook.
That has nothing to do with aliens, though.
No, but Alien Predator, like I would hope people would draw the connection. You know, when one says,
it's a very loose connection. They're their own.
oh, they are.
I mean, yeah,
absolutely.
they have the movie together, but that's like its own little world.
Yeah, no, they're completely different.
Yeah, I mean,
but
I
I just
totally
figured
other plans for today, and it just failed. So
yeah,
I was gonna do Alien Isolation stream, or I was trying to get a group to go through a playthrough of Colonial Marines for Alien Day today, and it just failed. So
yeah. But we did mention.
it's always next time.
Yeah, but we also did mention Wolfman had this idea for doing like a cover of an actress or an actor of a week or director, you know, just like a profile of a person.
Yeah. Well, that's coming out this week. I'm hoping we get that done tomorrow. Obviously, it's not going to be people listening to this. It'll be already done, hopefully, by then. But
yeah, I mean, if we get it done tomorrow, we can try to release it as soon as possible so it still fit into the week of going on. But
we're
who
going to
do we
make this
pick?
Aliens week this week.
Yep.
It's Sigourney Weaver.
So
Instead of Alien Day,
Weaver.
it's Alien Week for the next couple days.
Up until next Sunday.
Yeah.
Now, something a little unprecedented. We know what our next movie is.
This is true.
So, did you want to read it off, or did you want me to?
Is it my? So are we doing
Yes.
my first pick, then your pick, and then my other pick? Is that how
Yes.
the order is going to go? Okay. So our next movie is going to be the classic sleaze fest known as Frankenhooker. That's right. You heard that. I didn't stutter. Frankenhooker.
It's like Chickafant, Frankenhooker,
Chickafant. Yep.
Chickafant. It's like taking the two best things out there and putting them together. Frankenstein, well, actually Frankenstein's monster, and hookers.
I don't want to. I mean, obviously, people are going to Google it. You can look at your own synopsis of it, but I ain't giving shit away.
No.
The name gives away enough already as it is.
Yeah, they're definitely not hiding anything in the fucking name. I mean,
Honestly, like, if you want to go watch this movie before we do our breakdown, be my guest. But you still come listen to us talk about this, because I think this movie, because Gray's never seen it.
Nope.
But I think this movie, talking about it's going to be just as fun, if not more fun, as watching the movie. So you should have a good time. It should be very entertaining. And it might be even more entertaining if you watch it beforehand, but that's up to you. I do
either way, they're gonna have
all
a good
the movies
time.
we talk about. Yeah, I do suggest watching all the movies we talk about, whether you watch them later or after. Actually, I can't say suggest all of them, because there are some movies where like, yeah, don't bother. Even you heard us talk about it. That's it.
yeah, but we would like to have the interaction, like
The
if
Hills
you guys
of Eyes too.
Yeah. But
All right, we talked about it a little bit. That's it. You don't have to go watch it.
Yeah,
But
seriously.
the majority of our movies, after we talk about it, even though we go breakdown scene by scene, it's still worth watching most of these movies.
Well, that, and I want to know other people's opinion. They're like, hey, I listened to your
yeah.
review on this, and I went and watched it, and I actually liked it, and you guys tore it apart. You know, we want to have the interaction. Like, explain to us why you liked, like, if you went and watched Meet the Feebles, and you said, I thought it was the greatest thing I've ever seen, you know, obviously we're going to, you know, call the mental hospital on you, but we're going to want to know why, you know.
It's basically gore.
It is. Well, but she has more of the nostalgia. I mean, no, we both have the nostalgia feel for it. But you know the kind of movies that she'll watch where I don't have time for that shit, man. I can't waste an hour and a half or an hour of my life watching Poultrygeist for the 5th time. Because I know she's watched it more than once.
I've actually still never seen it once. I've tried multiple times to watch it, and shit has happened or the DVD came in broke or yeah.
See, but that's the problem, dude.
Netflix through the mail didn't work out for me very well.
Oh yeah, I never had Netflix
Yeah,
when it was a mail service.
came broke to me once. Oh, dude, I used to have Blockbuster, like DVD service and Netflix. I would get 6 Netflix movies at a time for I think it was like $20 a month,
Yeah.
and then I would do I think it was like $10 or $11 for Blockbuster for the month, which I'd get. I think I was getting 4 movies through Blockbuster. I'm not sure, but
A week
for
or a month?
a month. But
Okay.
I would no, it was like at one time. So
Oh,
I just
okay.
so like I would literally get like go through about like 10-ish movies like every 2 days. Because like I'd cycle these movies and watch them and just send them back like instantly.
Right.
And then Blockbuster, after a while, if you returned the DVD in the mail to Blockbuster, they would let you rent one in store for free.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, just I guess they're like, so they guarantee they get their movie back quicker, so they're rewarding you for giving it back.
Right.
So like, here, have an in-store rental, and I guess they're hoping you buy candy, the overpriced candy, or maybe you splurge on the 4 for $20s. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Oh God, those
Yeah.
4 for $20s. Jesus Christ.
And then every once in a while you get like the fucking 5 for $20 special.
Mm-hmm.
So you're
Well,
like extra happy about that.
did you ever see the 5 for $10?
Not at Blockbuster.
So when Blockbuster was getting ready to close, they're in like their last year.
When they were closing down, yeah, actually, they did have some crazier sales then, yeah, but there was not much worth taking at that point in time.
Well, that was the thing. I picked up.
Yeah.
I'd spent. I want to say I spent like $90, like right under $100. But yeah, I got close to like 50 movies that day. I got like 44, 45 movies, and it was like Zach and Miri Make a Porno and Batter Santa, like that shit. But
Yeah, see, I mean, I have Zach and Mary, but I don't know if I might have Batter Center, but
dude,
it's like
you have
those aren't
everything.
the movies that I normally.
No, but for
normally
fucking
grab.
5 for 10 for $2, it's like, well, fuck, yeah, send it over,
Yeah. I was also bigger on buying Blu-rays at that time though, because I just gotten a Blu-ray player.
Did you have
So I
an
wasn't-
actual Blu-ray player, or did you have a PlayStation 3 that had the Blu-ray?
No, I never had a PlayStation 3. I had an actual Blu-ray player.
Wow. So how much was that when you got it?
$100.
Oh, really? I remember
Not
Blu-ray.
even?
I remember Blu-ray players
No.
like the first couple years they were out, they were like expensive.
Yeah, but like when Blockbuster was going actually I don't even know if I paid that much. I think it was like $80 maybe. 80 or $100. Yeah, I
Okay.
still have it floating around somewhere, I think. It's a Sony.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it matched with my surround sound system, so
Well, what do you think
At the time.
Blockbuster kind of really went out? Well, like 2012, 13?
I guess there's technically still one around, isn't there?
There
Or
is
finally
one.
closed
There's
up?
one
Yeah, there's
open.
one, right?
Yes.
It's in like East Bumblefuck nowhere where they don't really have internet. Like, so it's
yeah.
like, that's a reason
I
why
want to
it's
say
still-
Nebraska maybe, or even Alaska.
It's
Yeah.
probably Montana. Who knows? Yeah, Montana.
Yeah,
or Alaska,
seriously.
some weird.
But they still get
Utah,
new
maybe.
releases.
Yeah, but because there's a few mom and pop stores, but they're like known for their like wide selection of shit you just can't find anywhere.
Dude, in Berwick,
There's a
Pennsylvania, the
few.
town that I was living in before I moved to where I live now, Hollywood Video, the video store that we used to go to as kids is still there. And they
Hollywood
have,
Video.
yeah. And
I remember
I
Hollywood Videos.
actually have my membership because when I moved up here a few years ago, I saw they were still open and I immediately got a membership. And dude, the amount of movies they had that I forgot about. Because, like Blockbuster had okay selection, but mostly it was newer stuff. Hollywood Video looks like they haven't thrown a DVD out in 20 years. Oh, it's
That's
incredible.
how they're staying in business there. Yeah. I forgot what we were talking about, but yeah.
Movie rentals.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Whatever.
Before that?
No, it was about movie. I had something to say about movie rentals, but I got thinking about Hollywood Video and nostalgia and some
Because
stuff.
you were saying you were buying Blu-rays at that time. Because
Oh
you
yeah,
had
just
Blu-ray
the
player.
price wasn't that bad, and I'm thinking about like when they closed down. But yeah, I guess it was because in 2010 it was like when I moved to PA, and there was I missed the full closing of this Blockbuster like right down the road for me.
Okay.
I was like making friendly with the people there because I want like they did put some stuff aside for me, so it was
That's cool.
I got some deals. Like I was able to go in there. And I'm like, I want this, and this because they were like, hey, next week we're starting our sales or whatever. Then ended up moving. Well, they were like, this place is probably going under, so we're having a big sale and stuff, whatever. And I'm like, could I? And they ended up going out of business. I think like 6 months later, or maybe 8 months later.
So they let you go and pick like obscure stuff that you wanted.
Yeah, and even newer,
cool.
even new stuff that was gonna like. So I got like good copies that weren't too scratched up, like.
Oh, like
You know
weren't
what I
rented
mean?
out too much and stuff.
Yeah, like they went and pulled like better stuff for me, and they put it aside.
Oh, that's
I fucking
cool.
I spent like $200, like. I paid a little more. It was like one of the first original sales. There wasn't like you said, the 5 for 10s.
Right.
Like now you mentioned, I do remember some crazy sales, but there was just nothing. You know what I mean? It was like
but it was all a lot of shit though. Like,
but
they had like
actually,
80 copies of Twilight and.
Well, see, it also depends on where you're at. Like I was in a more metropolitan area, I guess, like a lot more densely populated area of Jersey at this time where I've seen these places. So there's more people trafficking through these stores,
right,
than maybe some of these like smaller places in PA. You know what I mean? So you may have had better stuff at the time. Like when I'm looking at these 5 or 10s, there's like 47 copies of fucking Tyler Perry movie. You know what I mean? And then there's like, another, like 57 copies
Sharknado or
no, not even. I mean, that wasn't out yet, but I'm
saying like that
sold
type
pretty
of
quick.
movie.
Yeah, it was just these movies that no one wanted to buy, these shitty fucking whatever, so all the good stuff was gone by then. But yeah, so I paid a little more of a premium for some stuff, but
but you got that stuff in good condition, and you still actually paid less than brand new.
Yeah. I didn't pay more than $5, and plus they would give me their employee discount on top of stuff.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, because I would go in there and I would talk to them for like, I was at Movie Nerd.
Yeah, that's the one thing I miss
people.
about actually going to a movie store is because every movie store I ever went to, whether it was Video Flicks in Selbyville or Blockbuster there in Ocean View or Hollywood in Berwick, I could go in there and only want to be in there 5 minutes and end up talking to the person, especially at Hollywood Video, for like an hour.
It takes a special kind of group of people because I didn't do that in just any old Blockbuster. Like I actually really liked these like 3 or 4 people that worked at this one store.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they were cool. They were younger.
They're into movies.
Were younger than me. Yeah, they were into movies. They were into like decent movies. Like good movies. Not all of them, but
it wasn't just a job for them.
Yeah. But I mean, there was other Blockbusters where it was just like the people either didn't care or they had bad taste in movies, or like I'd rent something that I knew was awesome or whatever, and they'd be like, "What the hell are you renting that for?" And I'm like, "Obviously, I'm not going to talk to you ever."
It's like you go in, it's like, hey, do you recommend anything?
Yeah.
He's like, oh yeah,
like
Avengers
they're trying to be
Endgame
cool.
came
They're trying to bring up a conversation, with you, and they're just like, really, this is your renting? I'm like, obviously, I'm never talking to you. Like,
it's like, hey, what do you recommend? Oh, we got this new copy of Dennis the Menace. It's pretty funny. It's like, all right, you know what? Just keep that to yourself. I'll go find what I need.
I'd be like, I think the one dude was more into like
action,
super artisan. Horror
oh my god!
Slash
the snobs,
Japanese, Japanese, like those, because that was huge at the time.
Yeah.
Those.
Oh, you never heard of Ringu? Oh, well, fucking hipsters, dude.
Yeah, like I don't care about the Ring or Ringu or Audition. I mean, I guess Audition was okay, but I mean,
yeah, but don't be a snob about it.
Yeah, I didn't care for it. Yeah, big deal. I'm renting Snakes on a Train. Yeah, I know it's bad. That's like, the whole fucking point. I don't even know if I've actually still to this day got through watching that movie, like through the whole thing. But I'm renting it for a reason because it's called Snakes on a Train.
Yeah, seriously.
I know it's a ripoff of Snakes on a Plane. I know. Trust me.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
no,
I
it-
rented Transmorphers because it was a ripoff of Transformers. And
Yeah.
honestly, was nothing like Transformers at all.
you know what?
It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my entire life. It's
That
terrible.
company is known for that. They did like the
yeah, there was
Suicide
that
Group
one
and
company. Yeah.
we
there was that
should
company,
cover some of their stuff sometime.
like just do like a whole group,
yeah,
like
of
just
cash-ins.
one GrindHaus episode, just going over a couple hours of all these like cash-ins on major movies that are in the movie theaters.
Yeah,
you
I
know.
remember the Suicide Squad one was like the Suicide Group.
Honestly, I didn't even know they existed.
Yeah, and it looked awful. I remember. It's funny that you mentioned
There's
like
a Fast
the snob.
and Furious,
There
and Furious
is.
parody film.
But they're not even parodies. They're literally they make the title and the box art look the same.
No, even the
hopefully-
actors try to look exactly the same. This
Right.
one's like kind of like a parody. Like it looks like Vin Diesel.
But what I'm saying is they try to confuse
is
older
retarded
people
gay. I don't know.
into getting these movies for their young children. So, kids like, I really wanted Transformers, and the grandma's like, here, I got you this. It's like, the fuck's a Transmorpher, like.
But the Transmorphers wasn't like.
Yeah,
it
it had
was
nothing
about-
to do
it
with
was,
it.
It was more like Terminator. It was like these giant robots that were just trying to like wipe out humanity, and the humanity was living underground. And if they went above ground for too long, these robots would scan the area, find them, and send over these death bots. It wasn't even like they weren't
No-
friends with any good ones. It wasn't, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it wasn't
literally had
robot versus
nothing to do-
robot.
yeah, literally had nothing to do with Transformers.
We
Like,
might have to
nothing.
cover that sometime.
Oh, this is so bad.
I remember because you brought it up. There was this one fucking snob at Blockbuster, and I went in one time, and I was trying to get. Fuck. Give me a second, 'cause I got a horror movie. I got a Texas Chainsaw remake, and I got the. Give me a second. American Psycho. I got American Psycho because I had a date coming over. She never seen it, and somebody was borrowing my copy. And I was like, "Oh, you know what? I'll get this, and hopefully it'll go well." And blah blah blah. And then this guy at the counter is like, "Oh yeah, this is a pretty good movie. Yeah. Have you seen Black Snake Moan?" I'm like, Christina Ricci and Samuel. Yeah, man, it's like the best movie's come out in like 10 years. And I said, "I'm sorry, what?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, like totally." I'm like, "Are we talking about the same movie?" He's like, "Yeah, man. Here, I'll give it to you for the couple days. I won't even charge you." And I was like, I think I saw this, but I'll watch it again. And I came back and like I didn't get physical with them, but I was like, "Dude, like I'm glad you didn't charge me for this piece of shit because it's fucking awful." He's like, "No, man, this is seriously like go online." Everyone said, I'm like, "Dude, just because a couple fucking fancy pants think that this movie's somehow, I don't even see that. I don't see the artistic nature behind it. I thought it was awful."
I mean, Christina Ricci had a hot body in that
She's
movie,
hot.
but no, just let me finish. She had a hot body in that movie, but she's not the same without dark hair.
Yeah. Oh, the blonde hair made her look like a fucking meth head.
Yeah, Christina. I always have a soft spot for her when her dark hair. She's super hot. I don't care what anyone says.
And the girl that people make fun of her teeth from The Craft and Waterboy, I think she's hot as shit.
Oh, guys, she's disgusting.
No, dude, I think she got a.
Ugh.
You know what? She has that look
It's
about
not even
her.
about her teeth. It's just anything about her. I just want to hit her with a shovel and bury her.
She has
I just
that look.
I don't.
Like when I was 13 years old, she has. You see a girl like that, and you're like, yeah, she's down the fuck. You know what I mean? Like that's.
No, I did not get that vibe from her. I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
murder her and never see her face ever again.
She was also in that Bad Lieutenant movie with Nicolas Cage.
I honestly haven't seen that movie.
I
ever
know.
since it came out.
You told me that, and I still
I
can't.
know.
All right, so I need to get on The Frighteners, and you need to get on Bad Lieutenant.
Yeah, I'll get around to it eventually. I have just no interest in watching it.
It's
Again.
good though. It is. I
I
told you
know,
there's
I
some
know,
weird
I know,
spots,
I know.
but
No, I know it's good. I know it's a good one. Nicolas Cage has spoiled me recently with some of his bad movies that I'm a little caged out right now. I'm a little caged out.
It'd be like a sensory overload.
Yeah, I mean, I know what to expect. I know what I'm getting into, and I'm a little caged out.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, I can put Face Off on and Con Air on tomorrow, and I'll be fine. But I can't go exploring newer territory that I don't remember anymore.
Surprised you didn't say Ghost Rider in that. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. The Wicker Man.
I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it was bad.
The Wicker Man?
He's done worse.
He's done much worse, yeah.
He's done much worse. I mean, you can at least sit through that and watch it. You'd be like, this movie kind of sucks, but I watched it and wasn't bored, but it sucked. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Fair.
And it's just,
Well, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you tune in.
I was gonna say, I just thought this was gonna be like an hour and like 20 minutes, and we're now on 2 hours and almost 20 minutes.
Yeah,
it just seemed like it was gonna wrap up, and we just kept going and going and going.
It seems to happen, but people know, because we've said it before. We'll get on the phone an hour before we record, and we just sit and bullshit about random stuff.
No, but it was even the movie. Like, I thought we were like but then we went into such detail on the third act.
Yeah.
We must have spent a good 40 minutes on the third act alone.
I know.
Like, I thought it was just gonna blow through, but yeah, and then just talking about random shit. But yeah,
it happens.
I'm not complaining. I hope people are enjoying this. That's why we say it all the time. This is a podcast. It's not like a fucking review. It's a podcast breakdown.
Yeah.
You never know you're gonna get out of our mouth when you listen to our shit.
And even
the hidden gems.
Yeah, forget about even the review. You never know what the fuck we're gonna bring up after and before the review,
or during. That's what I mean. The hidden gems of the podcast. The hidden gems.
Fuck. I mean, we just give a breakdown of video rental store nostalgia. Didn't even mention the video games you used to be able to get.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we just broke the surface. We didn't fucking go in.
It was like a scratch off. We just we took off that little scratch off layer with a nickel.
I didn't even tell anyone about when I first found out what Faces of Death was, but that's a whole nother story.
I love the video store. I miss the video store.
Me too. Dude, that's what we should do. Yo,
such fond memories of...
If we get super famous and we make enough money that we can like do this as a living and actually
I don't want
make
the hassle
some money.
Of it. No, I don't want the hassle of dealing with it.
Of sitting in a video store all day and watching movies?
No, because people are gonna fuck our shit up. They're not gonna respect it, and a lot of the stuff that you're gonna want to put out in rental, you're not gonna be able to get.
Yeah, they're gonna want
expensive.
They want us to have 100 copies of Fast and Furious 11, and we want like 10 fucking copies of like fucking Frankenhooker. You know.
That'd be expensive to try. I don't even know if you'd be able to rent out all 10 copies at once.
No. It'd be the same guy every week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am Gray.
Wait. Before they go, reminder, check out our Patreon. Help support us. Any donation's awesome, but if you become a subscriber, you get all the fun benefits. Serial Killers Academy, all that extra bonus content we're going to come up with.
Yep.
Shirt on the top tier once a year, stickers. Just check it out. It's too. I'm not going through the whole thing. It's too much.
But if they sign up,
if
they sign up for any tier in the next 2 weeks, they'll be entered for 5 times into the contest.
5 times for the contest. Check out the Facebook, the YouTube, the Twitter, the Instagram, Teespring, GrindHaus on 42nd Street. Obviously, you know that. We come in here. Obviously, GrindHaus spelled differently. I know it sucks to explain to your friends, but we wanted to stand out and be different. Maybe regular GrindHaus would have been the right move. I know some people complained about it, but we wanted to do things a little differently. And in one way, made it a little harder. But if this ever gets big, we would have started it spelling it that way.
Exactly. Will be noticed like when people see GrindHaus with an A and a U, they'll know exactly, and that's what we're trying to go for. Yeah, everyone uses the regular term GrindHaus. There's like a bunch of these indie coffee shops that use it. No, we are the GrindHaus.
I mean, leave us comment, love. Let us know what you think about. If you're still listening to this, let us know what you think about. Your stories about video stores, what you thought
Yep.
about Meet the Feebles. How would you change it? How do you think? I think that's sort of one of the things I meant to mention before. We should put up like our thoughts about this movie and our director choices on there and see what other people think if they agree with us, if they've seen this.
That'd be good.
If they think these people can remake it and whatnot.
Maybe we can put a poll or something up tomorrow before we post it.
Who do you think would remake it the best?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm going
figure
with
something out.
I'm going with Rob Zombie. I'm kidding. I'm not going with Rob Zombie.
Maybe it was animated.
Yeah. Oh, also big shout out to the sponsor of our contest, Fright Rags. Want to thank them for donating the shirts and the pin that they did. Super awesome people. Go check them out. Tons of merchandise.
I have ordered probably close to $700 or $800 worth of clothing from them over the years. I'm not gonna lie. I've had and have so many shirts by them.
Are they
It's
your
not even
favorite
funny.
provider?
They were. I don't want to shit talk them.
No. I'm just wanting to say.
I'm not, yeah, they were. I still would like to buy. I just don't have the fun. Like their prices have gone up.
Yes, they have.
You know, the shirts have changed a little bit. They're still. Here's the thing. I like older, heavier duty feeling shirts, and a lot of the shirts are the light duty, silky cotton. And
They're
I'm not a huge
stretchy
fan.
and they don't fucking last.
I'm not a huge fan. But
No, me neither.
But they make phenomenal quality print on their shirts. They hold up when you wash them.
Yep.
Like, some of the older shirts, they would start coming off, but that was any brand. It's not unique. to
Yeah,
them.
technology has changed to
yeah.
make it a little bit better. Yeah.
They have a fucking plethora of other stuff. I have a collection of socks by them. They make horror socks. I love them. They're very thin. They're like dress socks. They can wear them pretty easily, but they're like special occasion socks, or if you just like to collect horror stuff. Like I have special, like when I fly, like I'll wear them. I'm like, if I'm gonna die, I'm going out in style.
Yes.
Like
Someone hand me my Hellraiser socks.
Well, I have a pair of Alien socks and a pair of Predator socks, so I'll wear one of each.
Of course.
I have Evil Dead socks. I have Evil Dead 2 socks. I have I have something else. I forgot what they are. I
will say
socks for them. The lounge pants are nice. They're very comfy.
I've seen those.
They're
The
very
two
comfy.
shirts that they sent us for the contest are of the old T-shirt quality. They're not those thin, weird, soft cotton.
They used to offer the difference, but even the ones like years. I mean, I've been shopping with them for over 10 years. They've been around for a while.
Oh yeah.
It's not like they just came up and got popular. I mean, they had older shirts that were a little more rectangular and tougher quality. Now they're a little more square. They're not as long. Remember when shirts were a little bit longer?
I loved it that it went past your fucking pockets.
Yeah, or like at least to your pockets. Now the shirts like barely make it to your waist. But that's all shirts. It's not this company. That's what I'm saying. I'm not shitting on this company.
it's the
I
style.
don't want to get the wrong idea. Yeah, it's just how they are. It's hard to. But yeah,
But you definitely want to check them out though, because they're gonna have some obscure stuff. Like Walmart around Halloween they might sell a couple Freddy or Jason shirts. But if you're looking for your fucking Return of the Living Dead 2 shirts, they're gonna have it.
They do Midnight Madness shirts, which are really good shirts. They're 24-hour only prints.
Oh, nice.
So they'll sell the shirt for 24 hours only, and it's usually around like a holiday. And I got some really cool shirts in the past. I've missed some really cool ones. It's almost like I used to buy some of them just to collect them. I know I'm not going to wear them. Like I got, they used to do really amazing deals with some stuff. They sell like special edition packages. Like they were giving out these one Jason shirts with water and sand, I think, from the actual lake and beach that the first movie was filmed from, because they're an upstate New York company. So the guy went to Jersey and literally bottled water from the lake and sand in a little box, and with your special edition shirt order you got this sand with a certificate saying it's from the actual filming site of they do a lot of cool shit. They do some cool stuff. They're a very, very great company.
I'm very grateful for all the help that they're offering us and stuff, and maybe one day in the future we can work with them a little more. But but they were the ones who jumped on the opportunity to be able to donate something and help us out with this awesome contest. So definitely at least go show them some love. You know, they're helping us out. We want to help them out too.
They have I forgot they have posters now. That's where I got that awesome behind the mask with Alice Cooper at the Jason.
Yeah.
It's from them. They have they have all sorts of cool
That's
shit.
what I'm saying. You got to go to the website and just
check
see,
the
because they
site
have
out. They got
tons
pins.
of stuff.
They have enamel pins are big with them, and they're not just like regular pins.
They got
Some
book
of them
bags
have
and like handbags
little
and
actions.
stuff. Yeah,
Like the pins will like flip open, and
that's this one, this twisty pin.
Yeah,
The mask actually lifts up and stuff with like a pull. Yeah.
very good, very high quality. I mean, they got so much shit there.
Yeah.
Just go spend some money with them. Make us look good. Write them. Let us know you heard it from us.
Yep. Send them an email, or when you do your purchase, just let them know that we sent you.
GrindHaus sent you.
Yep. They'll know who it is.
All right. That
All right.
covers it up. That's
Awesome.
everything.
I am Gray.
I am Wolfman.
And make sure you tune in next week for a complete breakdown of Frankenhooker. God help us all.
Mm-hmm.
Later, guys.
Goodbye.